been waiting for this change. Come down below. Come down below. It's so low. We are breaking out from these chains. We are taking down the locks on this cage. Now's our time. You better fall in line. Shadows through dark days. Shadow, 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 shadow. Through the dark days. Come down below. Come down below. It's so low. We are breaking out from these chains. We are taking down the locks on this cage. Now's our time. You better fall in line. Shadows through dark days. We are breaking out from these chains. We are taking down the locks on this cage. Now's our time. You better fall in line. Shadows.
You are looking live at Marcus Marauder Stadium, where the pomp and circumstance of homecoming night here at Marauder Stadium is already underway, as tonight the Marcus Marauders host the Pearce, both teams look to go undefeated before the start of district play. Welcome to Marcus Football Night.
He's into the end zone. 10-5 touchdown.
Good evening, Marauder fans, and welcome to Marauder Stadium here on the campus of Marcus High School in Flower Mound. As tonight, the Marcus Marauders host the Pearce Mustangs, the JJ Pearce Mustangs to be more specific, out of Richardson ISD, as both the Mustangs and the Marauders play the non-district finale before each team goes into next week with their bye week before the start of district play. This is Jacob Dedamore here, and I'm with my broadcast partner Tim Smith, and we are bringing you this game here tonight on a much warmer night than we've had all week, as our little false dose of fall ended today, and we got back up into the 90s, so it's going to be a warm night here at Marauder Stadium. But Tim, tonight we have a matchup of two teams that I think we're going to see a lot of points put on the board. Both teams come into this game tonight 2-0 and looking to finish their non-district slates undefeated before they head to the bye and then the start of district play. As a coach, how do you approach a game of this type, knowing you want to win, but the games that quote-unquote count start in 2 weeks?
Yeah, well, there's a few things that are very important tonight. Number one, win the game. That's first. Number two, come out injury-free, right? You want to see the mechanics of your team do these simple things simply, and then you want some teachable moments throughout the game. You'll be looking for those on film. You've got the bye week in between. So one thing for us as fans and commentators, we get to watch a lot of fireworks tonight, and I think that's going to be the fun part of tonight's game.
The Pearce Mustangs, as we said, undefeated, 2-0, just like the Marcus Marauders. The Marauders last week, it was nothing else if not an entertaining ball game over at Choctaw Stadium in Arlington, as the Marauders were kind of able to hold at bay the Arlington Colts and come away with a 2-score win. But the good thing about that game was that you saw a noticeable improvement on the Marauders side offensively, as Colton Nussmeier, the sophomore starting quarterback, had a very good game throwing the ball. He was able to connect with multiple receivers for touchdowns. The run game was also effective as well. The defense had a good start to the game for about the first quarter and a half or so, and then started having to kind of try to get the opposing team out of a rhythm offensively. And tonight, they're also facing an offense that is very high-powered in the Pearce Mustangs, who have put up over 40 points in each of their first 2 games.
And one of the things you have to consider, Jacob, is the offense for the Marauders was moving very, very quickly last week. They were scoring 3 to 4, 5 plays in that area. So even though you're scoring a lot, your defense is on the field a lot.
Yeah.
And so they ran up against a team that could throw the ball, did have good skill players. They were able to wrangle them a little bit early on, but then some big plays. Both teams last weekend hitting chunk plays throughout the night, and it was very, very exciting. Honestly, I expect to see some of that here tonight.
Yeah, and I do wonder if maybe the Marauders, because we talked about this with Coach Alexander in the past, week 1 they were a little more deliberate with their tempo. I wonder if tonight you may see that as well, maybe trying to not so much bleed the clock, but taking your time offensively in order to control time of possession and let your defense rest, because this Pearce offense is what you see a lot nowadays. It is your typical spread tempo offense that we're going to see a lot of tonight, so that defense is going to get hurried up when they're on the field, so you want to get them rested.
Yeah, and Pearce will run the ball, they will throw the ball, they'll run jet sweeps, they're going to spread you out to run up the middle, they're going to do all that, they're going to run a lot of different formations. So the Marauders are going to have to be on their game defensively. Colton maybe has to stop throwing the 60, 70-yard touchdown passes on play 2 of every drive, but hey, when it's open, you got to take it.
As you can see, the ceremony's taking place pregame on the field. As we said, it is homecoming night here at Marcus High School, which is a very special night every year for not only the students, but also the parents and the spirit groups and the support groups. And in Texas, of course, the mum culture is very real, as you will see the giant mums all throughout the stadium and from your drill team members, your cheerleaders, and whatnot tonight. It's going to be a fun night for everybody and a special night for everybody here on homecoming. We're going to take a break here on the Marcus pregame show. When we come back, we will hear the thoughts of Marcus head coach Mike Alexander. You are watching Marcus Football Night here on Tradio.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact Mike Bean for your personal price plan today.
Can you feel it? The paradigm shift. The rising intensity as the engines idle. Let the race begin. Fire up your appetite. Farm fresh beef, straight from the source, to our grill, and from the sea to your plate. All of our ingredients are fresh and made to order. Dine in today and taste the fast and furious difference. Order online or take it to go and fire up your appetite at F&F Japanese Grill.
Are you ready to score big in the game of home ownership? Southern Collective Realty is here to get you into the end zone of your dream home. Hi, I'm Amy Turner, and I'm the broker and owner of Southern Collective Realty. I've been a Marcus mom for the last 6 amazing years and a great supporter of the Marauders.
I'm Sarah Grant, and I'm proud to be a Marauder mom and aunt. Together we bring in over 20 years of experience in Flower Mound and surrounding areas. Southern Collective Realty, where every home purchase is a victory.
Ready to kick off your search? Give us a call today.
Give me a beat.
Welcome back to the Marcus pregame show here on Marcus Football Night. I am joined by Marauders head coach Mike Alexander. Coach, got to 2-0, obviously a great thing to be, and it was a lot different game than week one, which I guess in many ways also gives you a test. But let's start out with the good, the okay, and the not so good. And we'll start with the good, and that was the performance of your sophomore quarterback, Colton Nussmeier, especially the improvement from week one to week two.
Yeah, he was definitely settled in a little bit better. I think our pass pro was good on the night for the most part, which helped out. And then, when he needed to escape the pocket and create, he showed his athleticism. They had a couple free rushers at times, and he did a good job of mixing it up and getting the ball out to his hot receiver at times. And then other times he did a great job of making the first guy miss and getting out of the pocket and extending the play. And that's something that, we've known as a staff that he had the capability of doing. I think we talked about this before the opener, that, that's going to be part of his game that we're excited about, his ability to extend plays. And he did that a few times the other night. And one was on a critical third down where he scrambles out to the right, throws back across his body for a big gain, and we're able to move the chains and keep the drive going. But yeah, he did a good job. He was way more accurate and improved on the intermediate and down the field stuff this week, and the scoreboard reflected it.
On defense, your guys came out very much like they did in week one, and for about the first quarter and a half, were really controlling the action. Then it seemed like Arlington started to find a rhythm by getting the ball to their two big playmakers in space, and then from that point on, it just seemed like it was kind of hard to get them out of that rhythm.
Yeah, there's no doubt. They have some talented kids, and they did a good job after, like you said, about midway through the second quarter from there on, of getting their playmakers the ball in space. And we learned some valuable lessons. We didn't help ourselves out by losing some leverage and at times and not playing good complementary team defense, forcing the ball back inside to unblock players and letting the ball get outside of us and things of that nature. All things that can be corrected and will be corrected moving forward. I like our defensive personnel. I think we got the guys in the right spots. It's just about getting them experience and gaining confidence and making the plays that we need to make.
And a lot of people don't really think about or talk about special teams unless something goes wrong. And this past week, you had a couple of things. One of them was a mental mistake, but a couple other special teams issues that sprung up that kind of kept that game closer than maybe it should have been. How'd you address that with the guys this week?
Yeah, I mean, we just we made a cut up of things that just, in our opinion, aren't championship level football. And there were quite a few special teams clips on there. And, I think some of the things that happen are, it's hard to explain. Never in my wildest dreams would I ever have thought Dane Parlin would, drop a extra point snap, and you can't explain that because he's always been so consistent in everything that he does. And then the play right before, I guess that was in the early fourth quarter when they scored to pull within 14 or 13 points. And then, golly, we just let the ball land on about the 3-yard line and check up. It's hard to explain that stuff, but we've addressed it, corrected it. We've had a good 2 days of practicing special teams, emphasizing it. And, I expect that we'll play better in those special teams this week.
This week you play an opponent in the Pierce Mustangs that are going to give you another really good test defensively, similar to Arlington. They've got some playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. They spread the ball around too, and they put up over 40 points in each of their first two games. So really nice test for this final non-district game.
Yeah, we're excited. They're going to be different than our first two opponents. They'll do a lot more formationally, challenging us to make sure that we're lined up correctly and being disciplined with our eyes, especially. But I think it's going to be a good test. I'm excited. I think that our guys are growing defensively in their confidence. And, we're excited about this contest. Pierce is a really, really solid football team. They're well coached. They're disciplined. They stress you when they're on offense because they do a lot of misdirection. And because of the different formations, they do things where they can try to out leverage you real fast. And so we got to do a good job of getting lined up and playing sound football. I don't know that we'll have a ton of negative plays like tackling them behind the line of scrimmage a lot. The biggest thing this week is just making sure we're playing sound defense and forcing them to execute all the way down the field.
All right, Coach. Well, we thank you as always for your time. Good luck tonight, and hopefully we can end this non-district route with a 3-0 perfect record.
That'd be great, Jacob. Thank you.
That is Marauders head coach Mike Alexander. We'll be back in just a moment with more of the Marauders pregame show. This is Marcus Football Night.
Can you feel it? The paradigm shift. The rising intensity as the engines idle. Let the race begin. Fire up your appetite. Farm fresh beef, straight from the source, to our grill, and from the sea to your plate. All of our ingredients are fresh and made to order. Dine in today and taste the fast and furious difference. Order online or take it to go and fire up your appetite at F&F Japanese Grill.
Are you ready to score big in the game of home ownership? Southern Collective Realty is here to get you into the end zone of your dream home. Hi, I'm Amy Turner, and I'm the broker and owner of Southern Collective Realty. I've been a Marcus mom for the last 6 amazing years and a great supporter of the Marauders.
I'm Sarah Grant, and I'm proud to be a Marauder mom and aunt. Together we bring in over 20 years of experience in Flower Mound and surrounding areas. Southern Collective Realty, where every home purchase is a victory.
Ready to kick off your search? Give us a call today.
Fans experience amazing at Marty B's restaurants. Marty B's, Rustico, 1845. Marty B's Coffee, and now open Branded Bowls. And coming very soon, you can experience sizzling fajitas and wonderful margaritas at their all-new Cactus Canyon. Experience amazing in any and all Marty B's locations.
Are you ready to score big in the game of home ownership? Southern Collective Realty is here to get you into the end zone of your dream home. Hi, I'm Amy Turner, and I'm the broker and owner of Southern Collective Realty. I've been a Marcus mom for the last 6 amazing years and a great supporter of the Marauders. Ready to kick off your search? Give us a call today.
Montre ton plan des oiseaux, des animaux. Montre ton
Welcome back to the pregame show here on Marcus Football Night. Jacob Denimore and Tim Smith here with you, and it is now time for our 3 keys to the game. And for that, sending on broadcast partner Tim Smith.
Well, thank you, Jacob. And I'm glad Coach Alexander talked about this in his interview. Special teams, key number 1. They need to start to be special. Special teams are usually a strength of Coach Alexander teams. So far, they have not been so special this year. We've had some mental breakdowns and some things that just can't explain. And so that has to get fixed before the district play. Key number 2 is going to be the offense. Last week showed great balance. Got to keep it up. Able to run the ball, able to throw the ball, play action is working. Run game. Can he keep you 145 yards on the ground? Later in the game, came some of those yards. He had some big chunk plays, and you'd like to see that from the offense. And then can Colton Nussmeier keep up his pace? 5 touchdowns a week ago. We talked about it in the pregame. Can he keep up that pace? He may have to keep up with this Pierce Mustang team tonight. And then defense, lock it down. Pierce, they put up 42 points a week ago, almost 400 yards of total offense. Pass coverage is going to be key. Presley Hubbard, 277 yards, 4 4 touchdowns himself just a week ago. D-line and the linebackers will have to stifle that run game because Andrew Casagrande, 121 total yards last week. He is their superstar, both on the ground and in the air. So you have to find a way to contain him. I look for a great quarterback matchup between Colton Westmeyer and Presley Hartman, who is committed to Midwestern States already as 10 touchdowns this season. So lots and lots of fireworks.
Yeah, we do expect the game tonight with the high school. High school offense looking to set up on the field here momentarily. Right now, let's go ahead and give you the starting lineup before they do it. Let's go ahead and the starting lineup for the Marcus Marauders. Let's start on the offensive side of the ball. As up on the offensive line, there is one change to the graphic tonight, just to let you guys know. At left guard tonight, Bryce Campbell is in the reserve spot, and junior 60 Jimmy Graham is starting at left guard. Everything else is the same, except for Frank. It's an all-junior starting offensive line. Frank Adams at the 7 left tackle, Gage at the 7 center spot, Matthew Letton at the spot at right guard, right tackle at the 7-5. There's also been some switching around in the skill positions of wide receiver spots primarily. As Cooper Campbell is still one of your starting wide receivers, but he can be the H spot. He's going to be in that slot tonight. Jackson Horse had 3 touchdowns last week. He's still your starting tight end. Brett Garza on the outside is still one of your starting wide receivers. Also on the rest of the offense, obviously we still have Jake Meyer. Jake Meyer is not going to be backing up Brett Garza on the outside. Gavin Huffman is still starting that big H spot. Charlie Burgess is starting that X spot wide outside wide receivers are number 1 senior. And then of course the sophomore senior call on the defensive side of the ball for the Marcus Marauders. A couple of changes tonight. Apparently Liam Hoskins is not available this week. He's a bit banged up, so he is out tonight. Starting in his spot is Maddox Neese, who moves over, grabbing him from the left side to the right side with Tony is still interposed. And what you're going to have tonight is number 33, Will Harris, starting at that left defensive end spot. With your linebackers, no changes up front there. Sam Livingston at the Sam, the senior captain, Brock Lewis, number 15, the Texas Tech commit in the middle, and the junior 28, Vincent Lewin on the other side at the middle. In your secondary, no changes here either. Throughout that starting group, 18 Taylor Hassel, the senior, junior Bradley, Ezioki, 5 at the other side, and then your 3 safeties, the 3, 27 Jeff Johnson, the junior Easton Mitchell, Robert sophomore, Jameson Mayfield, number 3 at the abandoned position. Lineups for the Marcus Marauders right now at midfield. Captain Snyder for Brock Lewis. Isaiah Kelly, keep on 24, running back. 6 wide receivers. Looks like the Mustangs and Pearce have won the toss. They have elected to defer. Gives the option over to the Marcus Marauders, and they will receive the Marauders starting on the offense. Pearce Mustangs tonight in their white and gold jerseys. Blue numbers outlined in red pants. As you can see. Outlined in red blue helmets with that red Mustang logo on the side. We'll go ahead and give you the start. Your two safeties that you'll see in base formation for Pearce on defense, junior number 21 Jeremiah Lyons and senior number 3 Ethan Hunt. And since we have a few minutes as the teams are still not yet come onto the field, we'll go ahead and give you the starters for that JJ Pearce offense. Up front, the biggins, you have number 50 junior Aaron Martinez at left tackle. At left guard, number 65 Joseph Ruby, he's a junior. Senior number 66 Emmanuel Venturinaire is your starting center. At right guard, senior number 70 Hagen Anderson, and at right tackle, number 77 junior Brady Servin. Your starting quarterback, of course, we mentioned him earlier, number 7 senior Presley Harper, the Midwestern State commit. 10 touchdowns, no interceptions through 2 games, and has thrown for 671 yards in his 2 games. The starter at tailback is number 4, Andrew Casagrande, who we mentioned just a moment ago, starting on defense as well. He leads this team for Pearce in both rushing and receiving. In 2 games, he's got 144 yards on the ground and 195 through the air, so he is definitely putting up some big numbers on offense. He also has 5 touchdowns, specifically 4 of them in the passing game, only 1 on the ground. At your 2 starting outside wide receivers, on one side, you'll have number 2, senior Jet Hamby. On the other side, number 1, senior Blake Bates. And your 2 starters in the slot are number 8, Frank Johnson, a senior, and number 5, Trent Holly, a senior. Holly, incidentally, is at what they call the H spot. He will also double occasionally as a tight end H-back, along with lining up as a slot wide receiver. As the teams now coming on to the field of play, the Marcus Marauders in their home reds tonight, with the silver helmets, with the red M outlined in black, the red jerseys with white numbers and the silver pants with black and red striping down each leg. Going to be a fun night down on the field. You got the drill team with the I always get amazed with the size of the mums and how some of these girls are able to like walk around and do things, because those things are as long as a dress in many cases.
To someone that's not from Texas, what exactly is a mum?
It is a giant. It is what has become a giant, like almost like a corsage on steroids.
Okay.
Okay, a giant floral-based accessory with all kinds of trinkets and ribbons and whatnot coming off of it. If you want to use my binoculars for a second, you can look down and see exactly what those things kind of look like. They're incredible. The mum industrial complex here in Texas is a very real thing when it comes to high school football.
Based on your tone, you think they are absolutely ridiculous, is what
They
I'm
are.
gathering.
I'll just say they've gotten out of control over the years.
Okay.
They're a little much.
It started as a flower, and then it sort of manifested itself into this entire
kind of
length of body sort of thing. I see it kind of goes around their neck and then goes all the way down to their toes.
And right now we're going to throw it down to the field as the colors, the ROTC is presenting the colors at midfield, so we're going to take you down for the national anthem. Excellent job on the national anthem by the Marcus Marauder Choir. Marauder team is head coached by Jared Lambert. I'd like to thank Coach Lambert. He was very helpful in getting us information on his squad this week.
We've got a packed house here tonight, Jacob, from end to end. There is no open seating. We've got the Garza Fan Club right below us. Wide receiver number 6. He's been making some plays all over the place. He's got a nice little fan base. They've all got t-shirts on right here below us.
As we mentioned, this Pearce team also 2-0 on the season. They had a very high-scoring, hard-fought affair, beating Wiley in their season opener, 49-42, and then last week in their home opener, blowing out Plano West by a final score of 42-10. They are in District 7-6A, and they will start their district play in 2 weeks. They go on the road to take on the Lake Highlands, and they're about ready to go. And the kick is high and short, and it'll be fair caught by Ryan Garza at the 14-yard line. So the Marauders will start at their own 25-yard line. Interestingly enough, I was ignoring this on the depth chart before Pearce. Their kicker is definitely Joseph Ruby, number 65, who is the starting left guard on offense. Hadn't seen that in a long time.
See that? Absolutely not.
Marcus offense comes on the field. They're led by Colton Nussmeyer. Colton through the first 2 games, 382 yards passing, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception. Completion percentage of 51%. Huge week last week in game 2.
And to be fair, he didn't play the whole first game either. He's had some dehydration issues.
Ready to go 3-wide set. Hand off to Kelly Ikipe. He's up the middle into the second level and out past the 40 to the marker at the 42. A gain of 17 yards on the first play for Isaiah Kelly Ikipe.
Nice hesitation. Kelly Ikipe had to be patient and wait for that hole to pop open. And once it did, he scored it right through there.
233 yards through 2 games and 2 touchdowns. Quickly, they get the ball to the outside to Rick Garza, and he is already into Pearce territory down to the 39-yard line. That is another big gain. That's going to be 19 yards on the catch and run by Rick Garza.
And a really nice block on the outside. Number 7, Cooper Campbell, the senior wide receiver, gets a nice block and allows that play to develop. You need wide receiver blocks on wide receiver screens to have success.
So very quickly there, the Marauders are in Pearce territory. Garza on the season, 4 catches, 31 yards, and a score, which came last week. Hand off to Kelly Ikipe with room over the left side. Finds a little bit of a hole before getting pushed back. He gets about 2 yards down to the 37 of the Mustangs. And actually, I made a mistake. These are not white jerseys that the Mustangs are wearing. These are a gray jersey that they are sporting today. With those red blue numbers outlined in red. 2nd and 8 now for the Marauders here on the opening possession of the ballgame.
Some nice looking uniform combination.
Back the contrast. Snap back. Nussmeyer steps up in the pocket. He's going to take off. He's inside the 30, and he will slide just past the marker. Actually, that's a bad spot. He didn't start sliding back. They're going to say he slid short of the first down marker. I don't agree with that, based on what we saw. So it's 3rd and 1 now.
Disagree with that, but I like the way he steps up in the pocket. The referee had to kind of jump up out of the way because he was in the middle of the run lane there. But Nussmeyer using his athletic ability just to get upfield enough. I thought he had the first down too.
I did too. I thought he started the slide at the first down marker. 3rd and a yard now for the Marauders on the 30 of Pearce. And we have a stoppage. Looks like a timeout. Timeout by the Pearce Mustangs as they didn't have the defense set. So 3rd and 1, 9:49 to go here in the first quarter. This is an interesting call here. This timeout. Interesting call here for the Marauders, I should say, because in my opinion, where you want to field, this is 2-down territory.
Well, it's absolutely 2-down territory. You know why you get the timeout from Pearce? It's because one thing that the Marauders do is they come at you with different formations, and all of a sudden they went to a spread with 3 tight ends. They're going to run the ball down your throat. Timeout, we got to get a good formation.
Quick timeout by the Mustangs as they want to get the defense set. out onto the field.
And here we go. They still stayed out with these 3 tight ends, and they're going to power this thing.
Gavin Huff with the big H now lines up almost like a fullback. Hand it to Kelly Ikuki. Easy first down. Got a nice move right up the gut. They're going to gain 2 yards. That's only needed a yard. So first and 10 now at the 28. The Mustangs on the opening possession of the ball game.
You got to love that, right? You're kind of throwing spread at you. You run a little bit of tempo. You get to that 30 short. You slow it down. You bring in the big boys, and you power down the first down.
10 now. Coming out. Wide set. Snap back. Play action. Nussmeyer drops back. He fires one on the far sideline. Something didn't look right on that. He did have Gavin Huff short. He also had a guy in his face. Came in unblocked from the edge.
Yeah, number 17, Jonathan Houston for the Pierce Mustangs comes in. He really has a nice arm whip and gets there quickly. Doesn't fight on the play action. That's why he did that one. Let's get the ball out of
Well, it looks like we had a penalty action. I did not see the flag drop. Penalty of some kind. My apologies. I did not see that. It was a big personal foul. They moved that ball all the way down to the 13-yard line. Where it's going to be first and 10. I didn't see it. Maybe there was contact with the quarterback.
Didn't see him get any contact whatsoever.
Yeah. My apologies.
I don't know what that was.
First and 10 for the Marauders now at the 13-yard line. Doug Pearce on the other side. Handoff up the middle, inside the 10, driving forward down to about the 9. I believe that Mason Jones at that time, or was that something else? Yeah, that was Mason Jones. And the tailback took that handoff for 4 yards down to the 9.
And they're staying now with this 3 tight end set, 1 receiver that's going to be out there. Now it's going to be Garza's going to be coming in. He'll be up left by himself with the 3 tight ends. You'll probably get one of the tight ends that will come in motion and act as a lead route. And they're just going to try to power this thing in from the 9-yard line.
And they got Gavin Huff as the H-back. Jackson Wilson, Blake Butler lined up on the side as a tight end. Powerful motion. Snap back. Hand off to Jones. But great pursuit on the backside of the defense that time by the Pierce Mustangs as they dropped it for a loss of a yard at the 10. A couple of Pierce Mustangs in that was Zach Simpson, the outside linebacker, number 6, and inside linebacker, Luke Johnson, number 0.
Now you'll get a tight end to come out. Now they'll go into 2 receiver, 1 tight end set. You might even see that tight end split out as a big H. Right, Kelly Keepy's back in the game. The playbook is still wide open from the 9-yard line.
They did give him credit for getting back to the line of scrimmage. So 3rd and 6 now for the Marauders. Just under 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. Opening possession of the ball game. Snap back to Nussmeyer. He's looking downfield. Now he gets pressured, and he's trying to get away. Steps out of a tackle. Cuts inside the 10, inside the 5. That's going to be close. It's close to a first down. Let's see where they mark him out.
Well, based on this, on the line judge on this side, it looks like he's going to knock him out at the 4, which is going to be just shy of the first down. I don't agree with that either.
Decision time, though, for Coach Alexander. 4th and 1 at the 4-yard line. It looks like the offense is going to stay on the field and go for it. I did not see whose tackle he stepped out of, Nussmeyer, as a backside pursuit got there. Wouldn't surprise me if it was Luke Stotts.
And no hesitation for Coach Alexander. He brings in the 3rd tight end. You got 1 receiver, 3 tight ends, 1 back to get a half yard.
Tight formation, power line up. He's going to hand it to Kelly Ikepi, who's going to get the first down.
Absolutely.
He just kind of dove over the line and dove inside the 3. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Marauders.
And they're going to stay in this set, and I like it down here. I like the versatility that the Marauders have to be able to spread you out, or be able to go 2 tight ends, 2 receivers, or be able to go 3 receivers, or 1 receiver, 3 tight ends, and power that thing in.
This has been pretty much all on the ground. Only one reception on this drive for the Marauders. It's been all on the ground.
And that was a screen.
Kelly Ikepi in the backfield on 1st and goal at the 3. Handoff to Kelly Ikepi. Cuts to the over left guard. Driving forward, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Marcus. Isaiah Kelly Ikepi scores as he bounced out a little bit over right guard, and he scores his 3rd touchdown of the year on the ground, and the Marauders strike first.
Felt like to me they wanted to make a statement, Jacob. They really went in all night last week on throwing the ball. They threw the ball all over the yard. Tonight they come out and they just pound you into submission, go right down the field on the ground with one screen play.
Owen Gall on to kick the extra point. Dane Harlan, the holder, snap is down, hold is down, kick is up, and the kick, we have a flag down at the end of the play. The kick is good. 7:13 to go here in the first quarter. Let's see what the penalty was. It came down after the kick was already knocked into the air. Let's see what the call is here. The extra point is good. The kick team's coming off the field. So it looks like whatever the penalty was, the extra point is going to stand. We'll sort out the penalty when we come back. We'll take a break here. It is Marcus football night here on Tradio and Champion Sports Radio. Marcus leads Pierce 7-0.
Are you ready to score big in the game of home ownership? Southern Collective Realty is here to get you into the end zone of your dream home. Hi, I'm Amy Turner, and I'm the broker and owner of Southern Collective Realty. I've been a Marcus mom for the last 6 amazing years and a great supporter of the Marauders.
I'm Sarah Grant, and I'm proud to be a Marauder mom and aunt. Together we bring in over 20 years of experience in Flower Mound and surrounding areas. Southern Collective Realty, where every home purchase is a victory.
Ready to kick off your search? Give us a call today.
Can you feel it? The paradigm shift. The rising intensity as the engines idle. Let the race begin. Fire up your appetite. Farm fresh beef, straight from the source, to our grill, and from the sea to your plate. All of our ingredients are fresh and made to order. Dine in today and taste the fast and furious difference. Order online or take it to go. Fire up your appetite at F&F Japanese Grill.
The penalty was for a personal foul against the Pierce Mustangs. We're not exactly sure what for. Could have been leaping over the top of a guy, landing on somebody. That little leaping thing that's illegal. And so it's a 15-yard penalty. And now the Marauders line up at the Pierce 45 for this kickoff. 7:13 to go in the first quarter. Let's see what they do here. Let's see if they try to do some kind of pooch kick, or maybe they'll try the onside. We'll see. Owen Gall lines it up. And he will just kick it high and short. It'll be caught at the 1-yard line. It's going to be returned out to the 15, breaking tackles, but only getting out to the 19-yard line is the return man for the Pierce Mustangs. That looks like number 33, Ethan Jamison, the junior defensive back and wide receiver. Not a smart decision. You need to signal the fair catch on that and get your touchback.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he thought he might have a shot there. I don't know. They're coming down. They're not very far away from you. I think in that instance, you're right. Halfway into the end zone. Just go ahead, take the touchback, take the yardage.
They make a mark at the 18, which is where the Mustangs will start, led by Presley Harper. 671 yards and 10 touchdowns in the first 2 games, completing over 65% of his passes. Snap back, a little swing pass out to Casagrande at the near flat, and he's going to find some room out past the 30, up to the 32-yard line, a gain of 18 yards. And you can already see what the Mustangs like to do. They're going to try and get their ball to their guys in space. And they swing it out to Casagrande for a 14-yard catch, lining up quickly, running tempo, tight formation. They're going to play action, a little reverse, little end around, I should say, coming around the right side to back up the middle. Gain of 9 out to the 39. That one was picked up by number 5, Trent Holly, the senior wide receiver. Going quickly. Second and 4 now at the 38 is where they mark it. Snap back. Pass out to the far flat. Caught by Casagrande. He's out past the 40 and up near midfield. First down. Look, you can see how quickly and efficiently this Pierce offense goes. A gain of 10 out to the 48.
I feel like I'm trying to catch my breath, and I'm not even the one doing the talking, Jacob. They are moving so fast.
First and 10 now, running tempo. If you keep them ahead of the chains, they will run tempo. And we should, false start. One of the receivers got going early, so this will back it up 5 yards and put them behind the chains.
Everybody was moving on both sides. I'm not really sure which way this is going to go.
Yeah, I saw the receiver on the near side jump the snap count. And it is going to be a false start. Back it up 5 yards for Pierce. talked about Andrew Casagrande, 144 yards and a touchdown on the ground in 2 games. He leads the team in receiving as well. 7 catches, 195 yards, and 4 scores. You can see what they're trying to do with him already, trying to get him in open space.
2 of those first 3 plays went right to him, so he is the guy you need to focus on defensively.
Snap back, it's going to be a handoff to Casagrande up the middle. He finds some room and gets up to midfield. A nice gain of about 7 yards to set up 2nd and 8.
Nice job of slithering through there, Casagrande doing. There wasn't a whole lot of room, but he was able to kind of maneuver his body in such a way to get through the hole.
Split back out of the shotgun this time. Another handoff coming over the left side. Room, and he's got up the near sideline inside the 40, inside the 30, and taken out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. Casagrande with a 21-yard carry. This Pearce offense, again, 49 and 42 points in each of their first 2 games respectively. They run fast, they run efficiently, and they put up yards and points.
Well, you can see how. I mean, they're like a little lightning in a bottle here. And Casagrande, as soon as the ball touches his hands, he's on turbo already. He knows what to do with that football when he gets it in his hands.
1st and 10 at the Marcus 29. Pass over the middle. It is caught. Nice open field tackle immediately after the catch by number 4 Easton Mitchell, the rover, but not before a gain of 7 yards. And I do believe that was number 5, Trent Holly, on the grab.
Yeah, good play design. You keep Casagrande in the backfield. He runs a little bubble. You bring that linebacker down. You're opening up that curl zone. It's just nice pitch and catch for the quarterback receiver.
The other thing we haven't talked about is not only they balance, they spread the ball around in the passing game as well with Presley Harper, the quarterback. 2nd and 3, snap back. It's going to be a straight quarterback run by Harper. He's going to get to the 20, and it's going to be close to a first down. Looks like he's going to be right at the sticks, the 19. They're going to give him 3 yards and the first down. He does run the ball some. He's got 9 carries for 63 yards in the first 2 weeks.
He doesn't look very big from here. I don't know if you have his size and stature. He's not nearly as big as Nussmeier, but he's athletic.
Little play action look. Harper gets back and just gets rid of the ball, but he's in the pocket. That should be intentional grounding.
There's nobody there.
No, there was nobody on the near side of the field, and he never got out of the pocket, did Harper.
We're going to talk about it.
He got rid of the ball because the pocket collapsed around him, and he just threw it away to avoid the sack, but there was nobody near him. They're talking right now, the head linesman is, and this should be a penalty. Yep, they didn't drop the flag, but they are going to call intentional grounding on Presley. And that is the right call.
He just panicked in the pocket there, and he looked for somewhere to get rid of the ball. Maybe in his mind, the receiver was supposed to be over there, but to me, it looked like he was just throwing it to an open space, and the referee agrees.
They mark it back at the 27-yard line. It's a spot foul. 2nd down and 18. Drops back, and he gets nobody there. That looked like a miscommunication that time. He just lobbed that towards the end zone, and nobody was there. It looked like the receiver checked up, and he was expecting maybe to go deep.
They're really not sure what he saw there. There was a safety over the top, so even if he's trying to hit that deep corner, the receiver does the right thing, is to sit down underneath the coverage, and he tries to throw it into the coverage.
3rd down and 18 now from the Marcus 27, as a penalty has kind of disrupted this drive for the Mustangs. They're going to run a tight formation here. Casagrande goes in motion. Snap back. Presley rolls to his right. He fires one over the middle. That pass is caught, but a good open field tackle. It's going to be short of the first down, but it's possible go for it spot as Blake Bates, the senior wide receiver number 1, made that catch on a crossing pattern. It's 4th and 3 yards, and right now the Mustangs are leaving their offense on the field.
Another nice play design. I don't think that you can keep, you don't want to stay in the pocket against this Marcus Marauders. So what they do, they move the pocket. He just kind of roll right. You get a receiver dragging across with you, and it's a nice, easy throw.
Snap back to Harper on 4th down. Swing pass is dropped by Casagrande. However, even if he had caught the pass, number 20, Brady Moore, was right on top of him to try and make the tackle, and the Marauders get a 4th down stop. We'll take a quick break. It's 7-0 Marcus with 4:37 to go here in the first on Marcus Football Night.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact Mike Bean for your personal price plan today.
We're back quickly, and the Marauders hand the ball to Isaiah Kelly to keep it. And he doesn't find much room on first down, only a gain of a yard up to the 13, second and 9. As the Marauders, after the fourth down stop, I'll tell you what, that was great defense that time, even though he didn't have to make the tackle by Brady Moore, number 20, who was all over the running back, Andrew Casagrande, in the flat on that fourth down pass.
It starts with play recognition sometimes, and that's what happened there. It was great play recognition, knowing where they want to go with the football and taking it away.
Second and 9. Snap back to Nussmeyer. Swings it out the flat to Kelly Ikipi. Makes a nice move up past the 20. Now and just runs over a tackler out past the 25, almost to the 30 as Isaiah Kelly Ikipi lowered the shoulder and showed some power right there.
Well, Kelly Ikipi, I mean, he is just a beast. He gets the ball, he hits the flat, he's running, he sees the defender, he lowers his shoulder and lowers the boom, and keeps on running. They never did tackle him, by the way. He was still standing out of bounds.
Gain of 16, first and 10. Handoff to Kelly Ikipi up the middle. Has room out past the 35 to the 36, a gain of 7.
They just continue to work that run game. This offensive line is controlling the line of scrimmage and moving the line of scrimmage ahead, just really handling their one-on-one matchups, hat on a hat. It's a beautiful thing to watch.
Gain of 7 yards, second and 3 now for the Marauders. They lead 7-0, 3:23 and counting here in the first quarter. Marauders went 75 yards on the opening drive for a touchdown. Huffman in is kind of an up back. It's play action. Nussmeyer fires when that ball was tipped. It was going to fall incomplete. That was number 17, Jonathan Houston, who got in there and got his hands up, deflected that pass.
And if it wasn't deflected, probably completed to the outside comeback on the outside. They're staying with these two receiver, two tight end look, and they just throw a little play action. They had a post on the backside and a little comeback here on the play side that would have been complete, in my opinion, should have not have been tipped.
Now it's third down for the Marauders. Third and 3 at the 36-yard line. They're going to go with a wide set with 2 to the near side. Jackson Morris in motion, switches sides of the formation. Nussmeyer dropping back. Here comes the pressure. He steps up in the pocket, but he's going to go down. The pocket collapsed around him, and that time he couldn't step up through it. And the sack was made as that time getting up off the pile. Looks like it's number 84, Caleb Lazar, the senior, who actually wrapped up Nussmeyer and made the sack. It's a loss of 8 yards back to the 28. Now the Colts punt.
That's one thing we didn't see a lot of last week. We didn't see a lot of pressure. Certainly not up the middle. This time Nussmeyer trying to step up into it, but just a little too crowded there. He does the right thing, protect the football, live for the next play.
The punt is away. It's kind of a sideways spinner, and it's going to fly out of bounds. That is not the punt that the Marauders were looking for that time. Not much distance. We'll see where they mark it. They're going to mark it right at midfield as Jamison Mayfield was handling the punting duties last night. Normally, he's the backup punter, so you wonder what's going on. Keenan Hayner is okay. Mayfield's the backup punter and also one of the starting bandits on defense. That punt did not go like he wanted it to. Only 22 yards on the punt. And now the Pearce Mustangs will take over at midfield after their defense comes up with a stop.
Little bit of a lull here after the exciting start from Marcus, so we'll see what Pearce has in store here on their second drive.
Snap back, little speed option that time, and the quarterback Presley cuts through a hole to get brought down at the 43, a gain of 7.
Okay, so we're learning a little bit.
Presley Harper.
We're learning more about Presley Harper as we get through this game. We're learning now he is very athletic at the football. He's not afraid to put his foot in the ground and get upfield.
Second and 3. It's going to be a handoff to Casagrande. Busts it to the outside. He has room outside inside the 35, inside the 30, and brought down after a gain. They're going to mark it down at the 30, so it's going to be a gain of 13 yards, and they will move the chains. Andrew Casagrande does not look like a big running back, but he is very quick and has got good moves. He has nice little quick cuts, and he makes a move.
And he can get to that edge very quickly, and you're doing a good job, Pearce, of sealing the edges.
Casagrande, another handoff inside the 25, down to about the 23-yard line. That'll be a gain of 7. 2nd and 3 is this tempo. If they get ahead of the chains at all, they are going fast, are the Pearce Mustangs.
And they're mixing up some of the off-tackle zone and a little bit of interior power running too, so you really don't know what to expect from play to play.
Snap back, Casagrande with a handoff, and he gets belted right at the line of scrimmage that time as coming in to make the hit. That was number 20, once again, Brady Moore. Coming up from his safety, coming up from one of his safety positions. He's been listed as the backup free position. He came in and met him right at the hole. No gain, 3rd and 3.
2 big plays from him already tonight. That's what you want from your freak. You want that play diagnosed right away. You want to be able to come up and make the hit.
Tight formation, little misdirection, handoff, but a great read and a great tackle that time by number 1, Charlie Burgess, number 4, Easton Mitchell, who came up and made the stop. They tried a little misdirection handoff. Trying to see who, I think that was number 2, Jet Hamby, that they gave it to on like a little backside reverse play. Only a 1-yard gain sets up 4th and 2.
Easton Mitchell has been a great tackling safety all season. No different tonight.
Tight formation, handoff again on 4th down, and this time they'll get the first down barely, but they will get it. Number 5, Trent Holly, was met right as he, and it's a fumble. We have a fumble, and the Marauders have recovered. I did not see the ball pop out. I didn't see who picked it up. My apologies, but the Marauders force a fumble on 4th down and get another stop on defense.
And if I'm not mistaken, we don't have replay, but I'm almost positive that was Easton Mitchell again that came up to make the hit. I think he put his helmet right on the ball, and the ball popped out. If I'm mistaken, I apologize.
And it would have been a first down because Trent Holly got hit right as he crossed the 20, which is where he needed to get. So the Marauders, on back-to-back possessions to start the game, get 4th down stops deep in their own end. 13 seconds to go here in the first quarter. This will be the final play of the first quarter. Garza in motion. They fake the handoff and they up the middle as they get the ball that time. Now we have flags coming out late.
We're going to have a personal foul.
Yeah. They had Cade McKnight, number 23, in a tailback on that play. And he gained about 3 yards, only about a yard before he got brought down. But then there was all kinds of mess after the play.
Well, there's 3 flags on the ground, so every single ref in that vicinity saw what had happened. It looked like number 13 from Pearce was involved in that.
That would be Will Miltenberger, one of the starting defensive ends.
And then I didn't see who it was, but he did throw down one of the linemen from behind. I mean, this could be offsetting. There was a lot of melee going on in the middle of the field there.
It's a gain of about a yard and a half on the carry by Cade McKnight.
We're trying to decide on who.
We're still discussing this out. It will be the end of the field. There's 1 second on the clock. They'll run the clock as soon as they figure out this penalty. We should get to the end of the first quarter. We'll see what the penalty is.
They're still trying to get it figured out.
They're still trying to get it hashed out.
One ref just said, you know what, I'm out here. I'm going to get my flag. You guys figure it out. And he's picking up his flag. Now you got one ref talking to the line judge over here trying to explain to him. Because he doesn't want to go to the hole. He just wants to stay here at the 20 and hang out. Now you got a coach going to talk to the ref there on the Pearce side. No one's talking to Coach Alexander, and frankly, he doesn't seem to be asking anybody anything.
Apparently they are going to call the penalty personal foul on Marcus. And it was called on number 65, Matthew Willett, the right guard. So we couldn't exactly see what happened, but maybe they caught the first guy this time. A lot of times it's the second guy that gets caught.
Yeah, there was a lot going on. All I know is I saw the Pearce player kind of come out on top of it all, but like you said, we don't know what was happening there in the scrum. And Willett, who's been a strong force for the line all year, comes up with a big penalty, and now
half the distance to the goal, and then moves it back to the 10-yard line. And that was a post-play foul too. That was after the play, so it's going to the down will count. It's going to be second down now and about 19.
And we still have a second left in the first quarter.
Yeah, because of the penalty. Now they're going to wind the clock, and now we are at the end of the first quarter. So we go to quarter number 2 as the Marcus Marauders lead the Pearce Mustangs 7-0. You are watching Marcus Football Night on Champion Sports Radio and Radio.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact Mike Bean for your personal price plan today.
Back here at Marauders Stadium for the start of quarter number 2. The Marauders leading the Mustangs by a score of 7-0. Marcus facing second and about 19 just outside their own 10 after the personal foul on Matthew Roulette, the right guard. Snap back to Nussmeier. He's looking downfield. He's going to fire it deep over the far side. Caught. Broken tackle out past the 25. Nice catch and run that time by number 7, Cooper Campbell, who's been moved into the starting slot at the quick age. And now he's set up a nice third and manageable after gaining about 16.
That's just a heck of a play design and a heck of a throw coming from Colton Nussmeier, who hits his man right in the center of his number. And now you have a very manageable third down as opposed to what you were looking at just a few moments ago.
3rd and 4 now for the Marauders at their own 26. 2 receivers near side, single receiver far side. Snap back, Nussmeier with a quick toss and a nice grab, nice scoop up just above the turf by Rhett Garza just past the 30. Gain of 5 yards and a first down.
Well, Garza really saves the day on that one. Talk about going down and picking the ball up off the turf with your fingertips. What an incredible job by Garza to go down and make that catch. And here you go, first down.
1st and 10 for the Mustangs. At their own 31-yard line. Mustangs leading, excuse me, I said the Mustangs, the Marauders leading 7-0. Snap back, little throw out to Burgesson, and he drops the pass. They were trying to set up a wide receiver screen on the near side, and it looked like he turned upfield to run before he caught the pass.
Now, rule number 1 as a receiver, always catch the ball before you run. He tries to run before he secures the catch, and that will most oftentimes result in a drop pass.
Well, it certainly did there. 2nd and 10 now for the Marauders.
We're certainly slowing things down a little bit on this drive. They've been a little faster than we anticipated the first 2 drives, but a little huddle now.
3 wide set here on 2nd down. High handoff to, nope, fake. Nussmeier makes a nice little rollout. Pass is caught. A great diving grab. No, incomplete. He said he did not secure the catch as he went to the ground. Looked like Cooper Campbell made a great diving catch here on the near sideline after a play-action rollout by Nussmeier, but he wasn't able to hold on to the ball as he went to the ground. That's going to set up 3rd and long.
Sometimes, I mean, you just try to make those incredible plays and they don't work out, but nice throw, catch, all that. Just got to control the ball all the way down. I wish we saw the replay to see where the ball came out. It might have come out when he hit the ground.
I think it came out when he hit the ground because it looked like he had the catch as he dove to the sideline and hit the ground. 3rd and 10 now as they go 4 wide. Do the Marauders. Snap back, Nussmeier steps up away from pressure, still getting pursued. He's going to fire one deep, and it's caught over the middle Out past the 40, first down to midfield, down Marauder territory. Charlie Burgesson made the grab that time and also had a nice run after the catch to get into Mustang territory at the 45-yard line to gain of 25 yards.
So much poise shown by Nussmeier there to roll out left and then just throw a little down pass in the middle of the field. You're not supposed to do that, but he saw his man wide open. Great field vision.
Snap back, and a pass to the near side is caught by Garza. Real quick hitter. Down to the 40, a gain of 5.
Now, he's been a little inconsistent with his accuracy on these outside throws, if you notice, Jacob. It's been a little low on some of these outside the number throws. He's going to have to get those balls up a little bit. The receivers are making incredible catches. So far, that's my only critique. Just a little off balance on the outside number throws.
Marauders are on the move, though. They're in Mustang territory at the 40, 2nd and 5, already up 7-0 here in quarter number 2. Kelly Ikipi in the backfield. It's going to be a handoff to Isaiah. He's going to find room over right. No, that's Mason Jones. I'm sorry. He breaks a tackle at about 3 yards downfield, runs over a tackler, and then finally gets brought down inside the 35 at the 34, a gain of 6 and first down. Nice strong run by Mason Jones.
You like that. The receiver coming in motion. It kind of shifts the backside of that defense a little bit, gives you numbers to be able to block that up and give you some extra yards on that inside run play.
Mason Jones has been solid when carrying the ball this year, coming into tonight at 9 carries for 57 yards.
He's been a little bit more of the pounder, right up the gut, and punishing people when he runs with the ball.
1st and 10, single back. Again, it's Mason Jones in the backfield. It's going to be a handoff to Jones, going over left guard, inside the 30, gain of about 5, down to the 29. This ground game for Marcus is, again, like it's been very effective so far.
They're being very deliberate in trying to keep the Pearce Mustang offense off the field, and they're doing a great job at it. Really working on that inside, outside run game, giving you a little bit of right, a little bit of left, giving you a little bit of motion, a little bit of dressing on top of that. So giving you a little bit of everything that you want to see, really get ready for this play.
Gina Zorkos-Akpala is checked in at wide receiver number 85 out on the far side of the field. 2nd and 5, play action, and hit as he throws that time was Colton Nussmeier. He got blasted as the pressure from Pearce came in almost immediately. Somebody may have missed a blocking assignment, as hitting him that time was Luke Stotts, the senior defensive lineman we talked about in the pregame show.
Well, Luke is a stud, but even if that's a screen pass, that's a little too quick. Somebody certainly missed something there, because you're not expecting, as the quarterback, you're not expecting you to get hit with a one-step throw.
Yeah.
You're just not.
And the thing is, he wasn't the only one in the backfield. He had one of his teammates right behind him.
He had friends.
3rd and 5 now for the Marauders at the Pearce 29. 9:21 to go here in the first half, and now we're going to have a timeout by the Marauders, as Colton Nussmeier had to call a quick timeout. We'll go ahead and take it with him. 9:21 to go here in the first half. 7-0 Marcus. This is Marcus football night.
Fans experience amazing at Marty B's restaurants. Marty B's, Rustico, 1845. Marty B's Coffee, and now open branded bowls. And coming very soon, you can experience sizzling fajitas and wonderful margaritas at their all-new Cactus Canyon. Experience amazing at any and all Marty B's locations.
Back here at Marauders Stadium, Jacob Dedamore and Tim Smith here with you as the Marauders come back onto the field after the timeout. 3rd and 5 at the Pearce 29-yard line, as the Marauders are trying to go up by 2 scores here in the first half. Trips to the far side of the field on 3rd and 5. Kelly Ikipi in the backfield. Nussmeier swings it to Pearce to Kelly Ikipi, and that pass is batted down. And now we're going to have a flag come down as we got a big late hit. It was number 9, again, the pressure player for Pearce, Luke Stotts, who batted the ball down as he got into the backfield. But that time, Will Miltenberger hit Colton Nussmeier well after the play. And we're going to have a personal foul, and that should give the Marauders the first down.
Yeah, and that play was set up. I was trying to figure out why Colton was waiting so long to let the ball go. You had Gavin Huffman, number 44, out in front as a lead blocker. That ball was supposed to come out much earlier than it did. I don't know if maybe his vision was skewed, but then it gets tipped. and then the late hit, so now you get a full first down.
But again, Luke Stotts that time, they're trying to set up the sort of swing screen to Kelly Ikipi, and Stotts got in there so quick that he's able to get in the passing lane and get his hand on the ball. I mean, we talked about Luke Stotts in the pregame. First 2 weeks for Pearce, 6 tackles for loss and 3 sacks.
And they've done a good job on him up until the last few plays when he has started to assert himself.
By the way, we talk about pressure. His teammate, I believe it's Mildenberger at the penalty, has 5 quarterback pressures as well.
Yeah, not messing around up front, Jimmy.
Nope, the penalty moves it down to the 14-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Marauders. Snap back, handoff to Kelly Ikipi, finds not. Now he tried to bounce it outside, got brought down. It's only going to be a gain of maybe a yard, as he just did not find much room up the middle that time.
No, just nothing there. And they've had really a lot of success, have the Marauders at running both up the middle and on the edges. That time, that's one of the least amount of yards they've had on the run here tonight to get stopped that short. The defense for Pearce really stepping up tall on that play. They're going to have to here in the red zone.
Gain of maybe a half yard on 1st down for Kelly Ikipi. 2nd down and almost a full 10. This time Kelly Ikipi goes in motion, and once again a pass is batted down, as this time the linebackers come on a blitz, and I believe that was number 17, Jonathan Houston, who's come in from the outside a couple of times from his outside linebacker spot. That's the 3rd batted pass we've seen here in the 2nd quarter.
And you can see from here, Houston is a very lengthy linebacker, and he was untouched, just put his arms up in the throwing lane. They're doing a good job. If you can't get to the quarterback, put your arms up and get in the middle of that throwing lane. Nussmeier's 6'3", so that throwing lane is high, but you got some lengthy linebackers with some really long arms out there.
They're going to go 4 wide or trips to the far side here on 3rd, almost a full 10. Nussmeier drops back. He's going to fire up the middle. Pass is caught, but the tackle is going to be made. It is caught by Jackson Morris, the tight end. He's going to be about 4 yards short of the 1st down at the 8-yard line, and the field goal team is going to come on for the Marauders.
Well, this is what you want to see almost, right? This is a good teaching moment. Let the field goal team get out there, get you a field goal opportunity. Field goal, special teams as a whole, we talked about, has not been their bread and butter so far this year. It's not been a bright spot. This is a chance to start turning that around.
Owen Gall will line it up. This will be a 26-yard attempt. Parlin gets the hold down. The kick is up, and the kick is no good as it goes off the upright. Owen Gall hooked it a little too much, and it went off the far upright, and the Marauders get nothing out of that possession. So, man, this has been a kind of a tale of here in the first half of both offenses able to, outside of the first possession for Marcus, both offenses able to get deep into the opposing territory, but not able to get points.
Yeah, you take a lot of time off the clock, which is nice if you're the Marcus Marauders with the lead already, but you're right. You get all the way down there and they just hit a stall, and they hit a stall earlier if not for the big penalty. So really for Marcus, you have to figure out what can I do to sustain and finish these drives, which was not a problem a week ago, but was a little bit of a problem in week 1.
So the Mustangs will take over at their own 20 after the field goal miss off the upright. The Marauders defense has allowed yards here in the first half, but haven't allowed points, as the first 2 possessions for the Pearce Mustangs went deep into Marauder territory, but 4th down stops on both of them by the Marauders. Snap back on 1st down, a handoff, a little backside counter play. And the Mustangs get the ball out to about the 22.5, maybe 23, as that was, again, Andrew Casagrande on the carry.
Yes, and once again, number 4, Easton Mitchell makes the tackle coming from his safety position. He's been all over the field these first couple of weeks defensively, making tackles in the run game.
It's going to be 2nd and a short 8 here from just inside the 23. Snap back, rolling to his left is Presley. He's going to fire deep, and that pass is just out of the reach, but we have a flag coming in. He was trying to hit number 8, Frank Johnson, the senior, on a kind of a little deep crossing route. And we'll see what the penalty is. That's usually in the area of at least some kind of a defensive hold.
Yeah, where I saw that flag, it's got to be a defensive penalty for sure.
And it is a defensive holding penalty against Marcus. So that'll be a first down for the Mustangs. That'll move it out to about the 32-yard line.
Well, good call, Jacob. You knew exactly what it was going to be, and you let the people know early on. They appreciate it.
First and 10 for the Pearce Mustangs. 7:15 to go here in the first half. Marauders with a 7-0 lead. Two receivers to the near side. Snap back. Little zone read action, and the quarterback keeps it, and he's into the second level, out past the 45 to midfield before he gets brought down by Taylor Haslam, number 18. That was a really well-executed fake that time by the quarterback, Presley Harper. I keep saying Presley like it's his last name.
It puts a lot of pressure on the defense when you're running these zone read types things, and the running back, the quarterback is athletic enough to pull, and then when he's even more athletic and has the vision to make a cutback and go against the grain, now you've got a lot to think about defensively.
18 yards for Presley Harper. Snap back. This time he will keep it again on the zone read action. He'll go up the middle, but not as much room this time. He gets brought down after only a couple of yards. Looked like number 28, Vincent Bowie, the junior linebacker, on the tackle that time. They went with that split back shotgun set and ran almost like they were setting up a sweep with zone read action. He pulled that ball out.
And Casagrande is getting a lot of attention now, so that's going to open up some more of these quarterback runs.
2nd and 8 at the Marauder 48-yard line here with just over 6 minutes to go in the first half. Jacob Dedamore and Tim Smith here with you. Marcus leads 7-0. Snap back, play action, pass over the middle, and that was into traffic. Easton Mitchell got a hand on it. If it was a little behind him, otherwise that might have been a pick six.
Yeah, not a great throw into traffic that time, and it was nearly intercepted. You got to be careful when you're throwing in the middle of the field, Jacob.
Yep.
There's a lot of jerseys in there. A lot of bad things can happen.
That was a very tight window that Presley Harper tried to fit that one into. 3rd and 8 now for the Mustangs. Stack receiver set on the far side of the field. Single receiver to the near side. Snap back, step up, and escaping is Harper. Sets up, and that ball slipped out of his hands. That might be a fumble. No, they're going to say it's incomplete. I tell you what, as he started to throw, that ball kind of came out funky out of his hands, and immediately the linesman on the far side came in and signaled incomplete. So it will be 4th down, but good pressure that time on Presley Harper made him scramble out of the pocket and caused him to throw off balance.
What a testament to this Marauder defense. This is a quarterback that has thrown 10 touchdowns in week 1 and 2, and here tonight they have not been able to do much in the passing game, and you got to give a lot of credit to this secondary.
And they're keeping the offense on the field here on 4th and 8. Drop back out of the split back shotgun, firing deep up the near side, and that pass is it caught? They are going to say it's a grab. What a catch with blanket coverage by Blake Bates, the senior wide receiver, number 1. He was absolutely blanketed by Bradley Umi Izioki, but he just went up and basically went up and took the ball.
It was good on good. You can't blame anything on the defense there. Great catch.
Handoff right up the middle to Casagrande. He busts inside the 20, down to the 16, a gain of 12 after the 20-yard grab on 4th and 8 by Blake Bates to keep that drive alive.
And it's plays like that that can ignite your team and put a little shot of energy, and it looks like they have that now.
Snap back. Harper rolling, uses a straight quarterback run out inside the 15 down to about the 11. As Presley Harper, just a straight quarterback lead outside the left tackle. He's going to get knocked down after a gain of about 5 to the 11. 2nd and 5 now.
Just a little pulling guard quarterback sweep, and let's run to the corner as fast as we can. You got to have the receivers with good blocks downfield. They get all that, a nice 5-yard gain or so.
Pistol formation this time on 2nd down. Snap back, rolling action from Harper. He's going to fire one towards the end zone. That pass is incomplete. That time it was knocked away as the senior defensive back Taylor Haslam knocked it away from Blake Bates. Again, great coverage.
Now that is a good throw. The receiver, though, needs to come back to the ball because he allows the DB to come in and make that play break up, and you got to give all the credit to Taylor Haslam for seeing that and coming in and getting that ball tipped away at the last moment.
Empty set here on third down. They have a man motion in the backfield, and they hand it off up the middle. And Casagrande is going to get tackled just short of the first down, as Golwis that time wrapped him up after a gain of 3 to set up 4th and 2.
And they come with a little orbit motion from right to left, and then they trap it back the other way. So I like the play design, but defense really holds up there. That could have been a big play.
And they've been doing that all night in this run game the Pearce Mustangs have, misdirection plays.
A lot of window dressing.
Another 4th down attempt here for the Mustangs as they are split back shotgun, snap back, hand off to Casagrande, and again he's wrapped up in the backfield. As he gets hit behind the line, the initial contact was made by Tanasi Jager, who is the backup to Tony Lee, and he got in, made the contact on Casagrande. His teammates cleaned it up as Tony Lee had moved out to the defensive end spot. And once again, the Marcus Marauder defense comes up with a 4th down stop inside their own 20.
And guess who else was there? I'm going to keep harping on this because he plays safety and he's making tackles in the backfield, and that's number 4, Easton Mitchell. Got to give him the credit. This secondary tonight has been outstanding, both in pass coverage and coming up in the run game.
They dropped him for a loss of 3 on the play. Marauders take over with 4.5 minutes to go in the first half on their own 11. Snap back, handoff, up the middle. No room at all. He's going to get stuffed at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards, as there's been an adjustment made here by this run game. Isaiah Kelly Ikipi not finding any room this last couple of possessions as they're keying on him, but they're tightening up things in the defensive front are the Pearce Mustangs.
And it's been Will Miltenberger, number 13. I've seen him. He has been around the ball carrier every single play. He's been a big difference. This D-line for Pearce has been a big difference in the run game here in the second quarter.
This 3-man defensive front for Pearce is very active in this defense. 2nd and 10 now for the Marauders. Nussmeier with a handoff again to Kelly Ikipi. Finds room over the right side out past the 15 to the 16-yard line. That's going to be a gain of about 5 yards. Nice solid run over right tackle as he's going to set up a 3rd and 5.
Huge tackle made by Luke Casagrande, number 20, because if he doesn't make that tackle.
He's number 4, Casagrande. Remember, he's starting on both sides.
No, there's 2 Casagrandes.
Oh, that's right. Luke is the brother. Luke is the brother,
so,
yes. That's my bad.
Luke makes the tackle that is going to save a touchdown or a big play because there was nobody behind him.
Yeah, Luke is the brother of Andrew. I had that wrong on my depth chart. That's my fault. Snap back, little quick screen, caught. That's going to be first down yardage out past the 20, up to the 25. Nice block on the outside by Rhett Garza, opening it up for Cooper Campbell to get the first down.
Glad you mentioned it because, again, to have a nice receiver screen play work, you got to have receivers block. Garza is usually the one getting the ball, and that time he's able to bow up and make a big block to open that up and get the first down.
Gain of 9 out to the 25. 2:55 and counting, as I guarantee you the Marauders here, they want to get a drive together, but they also want to run time off this clock.
You do not want to give Pearce back the ball.
Tight formation here on first down. Play action. They're going to do a little end around of their own, out past the 30, up near the 35. Flags are going to come in, so we're going to have a hold, I think. That was going to be a nice gain by Rhett Garza that time for about 9 yards, but I think they're going to get Gavin Huffman for a hold.
I think you're right, and that play went well behind. That play, Hoffman ended at about the 10-yard line down here in the near end zone, but certainly a hold.
The yardage loss won't be that much. It's going to be a spot foul. It's a downfield hold. Looks like they're going to mark it from the 31, so it'll end up being about a 4-yard penalty, and it'll be 1st and 14. Now, the Marauders not taking a play, but doing something that the Mustangs like to do, a little misdirection, end around to one of the inside receivers there.
And did that. Now, what surprised me is they ran it to the short side of the field. You don't see that often.
2 receivers to the far side, 1st and 14 for the Marauders. Hand off to Kelly Ikipi, makes a move, finds a little room out past the 25, up to about the 28, gain of 7 yards. Got the penalty yardage plus a little bit more, sets up a 2nd and 6 now. They're going to mark him at the 20, at the 28. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And the patience there, I mean, that play is designed to go to the right. It's cut back to the left just because of the patience and the vision to be able to see where the lanes are going to open.
This time the Marauders are going to line up in a split back shotgun set. Receiver goes in motion, who was the up back. They're going to hand it to Kelly Ikipi going over the right side, and he's going to get brought down. That is a great open field tackle that time. Trying to see the number on who made that tackle.
21.
Yeah, that was number 21, Jeremiah Lyons, the safety. He's a junior. Came up and made a great open field tackle for no gain on Isaiah Kelly Ikipi.
Well, anytime a defense is going to stop a team from running the football, you're going to need that secondary to help out. And both teams right now, safety-wise, are doing a good job of coming up and helping support the run game and doing a fix there. So now with 128, I think Marcus is just trying to get out of this half.
3rd and 7 for the Marauders. Huffman in motion. Nussmeier's going to fire one to the near side. It's caught outside the 40 for a first down. As that time, number 10, Jake Byer, made the grab and gets knocked out of bounds at the 41-yard line. First down yardage to move the sticks.
And now you might start to think about points, right? You have to get up to that midfield area before you start thinking about really taking any chances. That was another really nice throw to get that inside receiver that's running that out-breaking route into the open part of the zone. And now you have an opportunity to move this ball if they keep up the pace a little bit and actually make it a little faster.
Gain of 13 yards by Byer, minute 12 to go in the first half. Nussmeier gets pressured, rolls to his left, fires deep up the sideline, and a great catch on the sideline by Charlie Burgesson, and he gets knocked out of bounds at the Mustang 45-yard line, a gain of 14.
I mean, talk about putting the ball through the tire hole. That's what you had to do there, and he put it right on the numbers.
1 minute and counting to go here in the first half. Marauders with a 4-wide set at the 45. Pass to the near side, and it's through the hands of Garza, although that pass was kind of high and inside of him as Nussmeier had to throw off his back foot because of pressure.
Yeah, you know, I think Nussmeier's athletic ability is what allows him to get the ball off. He's backpedaling, he's moonwalking, little Michael Jackson kind of style, and is able to throw a rifle, but just not a really catchable ball. But that's okay. You didn't take the sack, you didn't take a negative play.
Marauders also still have 2 timeouts to work with here with 50 seconds to go. 2nd and 10 now at the Mustang 45. Marcus trying to see if they can get a 2-score lead before the half.
Got a blitzer coming off the edge. No, they drop out.
Snap back, Nussmeier rolls to his right, looking downfield, and now he'll just tuck it to go as the C's clear, and he's down inside the 35. He'll step out of bounds at the 30, a gain of 15 yards. He was looking to throw, and then everybody just cleared out on the far side, so he just took the yardage.
Yeah, I don't know what the nickel defender was doing. The extra DB comes down. He's looking right at Nussmeier. Nussmeier looking downfield, so he turns his hips and goes, but that's taken care of.
Yeah.
Your responsibility is to make sure that quarterback can't get upfield. He loses his contain. Nussmeier makes the right decision, go get the first down.
15 yards on the run for Colton Nussmeier. 1st and 10 at the 30 now for the Marauders with 40 seconds to go. They're going to come out in a 4-wide set, traditional 4-wide, 2 to each side. Kelly Ikipi motions out into the flat, and here comes pressure, and the pass is thrown, and it's going to be, is it caught? No, incomplete. They're going to say he couldn't make the catch with his feet down, as that was number 6, Rhett Garza. He tried to keep those toes down, but just couldn't keep him in bounds as he made that grab.
I'll tell you, that's such a long throw. You're on 1 hash mark, and you're trying to throw an out-breaking route, and it just had too much air. He couldn't really put the zip on it that he wanted to because it is a long throw, and it just kind of sails on him a little bit out of bounds. Unfortunate because it could have been an easy pitch and catch.
2nd and 10 now. They go with a 3-wide set this time with a tight end. And now a timeout's going to be called by the Pearce Mustangs as they want to reset things on defense. We'll take it with them. 34 seconds to go here in the first half. The Marauders driving, leading 7-0. This is Marcus Football Night.
Can you feel it? The paradigm shift. The rising intensity as the engines idle. Let the race begin. Fire up your appetite. Farm fresh beef, straight from the source, to our grill, and from the sea to your plate. All of our ingredients are fresh and made to order. Dine in today and taste the fast and furious difference. Order online or take it to go and fire up your appetite at F&F Japanese Grill.
Jacob Dedamore and Tim Smith here with you from Marauder Stadium on the campus of Marcus High School in Flower Mound, Texas. The Marcus Marauders leading the JJ Pearce Mustangs by a score of 7-0, and they face a 2nd and 10 at the Mustang 30-yard line with 34 seconds to go in the first half. Marcus still has 2 timeouts to work with here as they try to get some more points on the board before half.
This has been a really great use of this clock, and what a fantastic 2-minute drill that they're running currently.
Snap back. Nussmeier rolling to his left, and he's just going to tuck it and go, and he'll get yardage. He's going to get close to the first down near the 20, and they're going to mark him right at the 20-yard line as he was looking downfield. Again, nothing there, and he saw the sideline and knew he had the speed to beat the defense. Gets 10 more yards down to the 20.
Yeah, we have the advantage that we can see everything that he sees as he's running, and everybody was covered up. He had nowhere to go with the ball, doesn't want to force it. Again, I like the decision making. He's not panicking, right? He's just a sophomore, don't forget. He tucks that ball, he just runs himself, gets out of bounds, gets what he can get. I'm loving the decision making here as we are gearing towards the end zone with 26 seconds left.
1st and 10 at the 20. Snap back, play action. Nussmeier fires to the near side. It's caught and out of bounds. Nice little quick throw to Rhett Garza, who makes the grab and steps out for a gain of 8 at the 12-yard line.
I mean, that ball came from the hip, Jacob.
Yeah,
he threw that thing
armor.
all sidearm. Very Patrick Mahomes, Caleb Williams-ish. Love to see that from him. He's done that about once or twice a game now. We've seen him throw off all different platforms.
And again, everything's,
wow.
Yeah, that was a great throw. Everything's still open here for the Marauders. It's 2nd and 2 at the 12 because they still have 2 timeouts to use with 22 seconds left.
Plenty of time. Look for something up the middle. Safeties are extremely wide.
Snap back to Nussmeier. He's going to fire over the middle. Pass is caught, and it's a touchdown. Again, it's number 80 as my partner called it. Look for something over the middle. He found his tight end, Jackson Morris, on a quick hitter, and nobody was near him, and the Marauders get in the end zone.
I'm up here celebrating like I just called down the play to coach. Look, the safeties are way outside the hash marks. You have no choice but to hit the tight end. I thought maybe a seam route, but tight end comes up, sits at that 5-yard mark, gets the ball in his numbers, turns, scores an easy touchdown.
Snap down on the extra point. The kick is up, and the kick is good with 17 seconds to go here in the first half, and the Marauders have taken advantage of the – we'll go ahead and keep it here with 13 seconds left as the Marauders have taken advantage of their defense being able to get 4th down stops deep in their own end, and they are now at 14-0. That is the 4th touchdown of the season for Jackson Morris, the tight end. He leads this team in receiving touchdowns.
Yeah, they can't seem, nobody can seem to cover these tight ends, and they have 3 of them, and they can all catch, they can all block, they can all run, they can all do all the things. What a fantastic 2-minute drill run by Colton Nussmeier and this offense.
And really, it was more than that. It was more about a 3.5-minute drill because they got the ball with about 3.5 minutes left at their own 11 after that last 4th down stop.
I'm kind of counting because they had the big penalty, right? Yeah. They were able to make up. They made up for 2 big penalties, by the way, Jacob, on that drive. But you're right. That was incredible. Now you've left it to really where Pearce isn't going to be able to do much with 17 seconds left so long as you cover this kick.
Just an absolutely great drive put together by the Marauder offense, who is now, they had the missed field goal the prior possession. They've had 4 possessions, 3 of them into Pearce territory, 2 touchdowns. Kick is high and down. They're going to be caught at the 4-yard line and returned. Up past the 20 and right down right there is Marcus as number 21, Grayson Patrick, made the tackle. And that's going to actually, excuse me, I was a yard marker off. It's at the 17 is where the tackle was made. Only 11 seconds left. Not much time here for really any time for Pearce to do anything. We'll see if they just decide to take this to the locker room.
Yeah, I don't suspect a lot here. And we apologize, folks. This isn't the game we promised you.
Well,
the balls haven't
seen,
been going all over the place,
but it kind of has.
Played great.
It kind of has. Both teams have been moving the ball well. But the Marauder defense specifically has been coming up with stops. Pearce has got to be just kicking themselves right now. They've driven the ball inside the Marauder 23 times and have come up with 0 points.
That's a good point, Jacob. I just expected to see more points, as did you.
Handoff to Casagrande. He breaks a tackle and gets to the second level. He's still on his feet. He's up down to midfield. The Marcus Marauders are chasing him. He cuts back to the middle. He's at the 10, the 5, and he is going to score. Oh my goodness, Andrew Casagrande with an 83-yard touchdown run as time expires here in the first half. Unbelievable run as he broke 3 tackles and then just outran the defense the rest of the way.
That play was not called to score a touchdown. That play was to run the ball, see what we can get. The Marcus defense has to be kicking themselves. Just
unbelievable.
You can't let that go with 11 seconds left, going into the lead, into the locker room 14-0.
Extra point is up and it's good, and we go to the half with the Marauders, instead of being up 14-0, now only up 1 score, and Pearce will get the ball to start the second half with the third quarter kickoff. Wow, what a way to end that half, and an amazing turn of events. We go to the half here at Marauders Stadium with the Marauders leading 14-7 over the Pearce Mustangs. When we come back, we'll give you some of the sights and sounds of halftime here of Texas high school football. This is Marcus football night.
Give me a beat.
Montre ton plan des oiseaux, des animaux. Montre ton plan.
Fans experience amazing at Marty B's restaurants. Marty B's, Rustico, 1845. Marty B's Coffee, and now open Branded Bowls. And coming very soon, you can experience sizzling fajitas and wonderful margaritas at their all-new Cactus Canyon. Experience amazing in any and all Marty B's locations.
It is halftime here at Marauder Stadium at Marcus High School in Flower Mound. Your halftime score, the Marcus Marauders leading the Pearce Mustangs by a score of 14-7. Right now we're going to take you down to the field as the Pearce drill team is coming on, and we're going to give you a lot of the sights and sounds of Texas high school football here at the half here on Marcus Football Night.
Ladies and gentlemen, their halftime enjoyment, JJ Pearce High School is proud to present the Woodley Mighty Mustang Band. The Mighty Mustang Band is led onto the field by drum major Stewie Gaspar, Pregame, and Lauren Miller. Tonight, the Mighty Mustang Band will perform the first of their competitive 2024 production entitled Peace, Love, and Posies. With music from Rangers, Lincolnshire Posey, Canton, Going Up the Country, and the fifth edition Age of Aquarius. Tonight, Mustang Band would like to thank our platinum level corporate sponsor, Everything Legwear, as well as our sponsors for their generous financial support. The Pierce Band would like to wish Mr. Jones and the Marcus Band the best of luck throughout their entire upcoming competitive marching season. Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for the mighty Mustang Band.
Can you feel it? The paradigm shift. The rising intensity as the engines idle. Let the race begin. Fire up your appetite. Farm fresh beef, straight from the source, to our grill, and from the sea to your plate. All of our ingredients are fresh and made to order. Dine in today and taste the fast and furious difference. Order online or take it to go. Fire up your appetite at F&F Japanese Grill. Can you feel it? The paradigm shift. The rising intensity as the engines idle. Let the race begin. Fire up your appetite. Farm fresh beef, straight from the source, to our grill, and from the sea to your plate. All of our ingredients are fresh and made to order. Dine in today and taste the fast and furious difference. Order online or take it to go. Fire up your appetite at F&F Japanese Grill.
Fans experience amazing at Marty B's restaurants. Marty B's, Rustico, 1845. Marty B's Coffee, and now open branded bowls. And coming very soon, you can experience sizzling fajitas and wonderful margaritas at their all-new Cactus Canyon. Experience amazing in any and all Marty B's locations.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact Mike Bean for your personal price plan today.
Are you ready to score big in the game of home ownership? Southern Collective Realty is here to get you into the end zone of your dream home. Hi, I'm Amy Turner, and I'm the broker and owner of Southern Collective Realty. I've been a Marcus mom for the last 6 amazing years and a great supporter of the Marauders.
I'm Sarah Grant, and I'm proud to be a Marauder mom and aunt. Together we bring in over 20 years of experience in Flower Mound and surrounding areas. Southern Collective Realty, where every home purchase is a victory.
Ready to kick off your search? Give us a call today.
Back here at Marauder Stadium at halftime, where the Marcus Marauders lead the Pearce Mustangs by a score of 14-7. Jacob Dedamore and Tim Smith here with you to catch you up on scores from around the district. Coming into tonight, and again, this is the final week of non-district play for everyone in District 5 6A. Everyone will have the same bye week next week, and then district play will get started in 2 weeks. You had 4 teams in the district coming in undefeated. Marcus, of course, Denton, Geyer, and Coppell each 2-0. And into the week, Flower Mound came in at 2-0. Flower Mound is now 3-0 after they had a win last night, going on the road and knocking off Lake Highlands by a score of 21-17. Other games from around the district: Denton Braswell taking on Royce City tonight up in Denton, and they came in tonight 1-1. They're up in the either at second quarter or at halftime on Royce City. 26-13 is Braswell. Elsewhere in the district, you had Louisville also coming in tonight at 1-1. That's who the Marauders play in 2 weeks here at Marauder Stadium. They trail Rockwall right now 21-20 in that ball game. Close one out there. Tough game tonight for Denton Geyer, taking on North Crowley, one of the top teams in the state, coming off of an upset of DeSoto last weekend. And right now, North Crowley all over Geyer by a score of 34-7 in that one, as Geyer again came into tonight with a 2-0 record. Little Elm, who came in at 0-2, they're down to Richardson Berkner by a score of 14-0. I mentioned Coppell. Coppell is in the middle of a blowout win as well, as I try to find that score again for you guys. I had it earlier and it went away from me. Coppell's all over Arlington Bowie, 34-7, the score there down in Arlington. And the other game tonight in the district sees Hebron on the road at Lancaster, and the Hawks, who come in at 1-1, they are down 21-17 to Lancaster. And of course, here the score: the Marauders leading the Pearce Mustangs by a score of 14-7 in a game that looked like the Marauders were going to go in at halftime up 2 scores and had a shutout, but then they allowed an 83-yard touchdown run on the final play of the half to Andrew Casagrande to pull this game to a 1-score ball game. Looking at some of these numbers at the half, again, the yardage numbers are really good because Pearce has been moving the ball down 3 times. They got down inside the Marcus 20 and 3 times got stopped on 4th down before that final long run by Casagrande to get on the scoreboard. 256 total yards, of course, 83 on that final play of the half for Pearce. 204 on the ground, only 52, I should say, through the air. Andrew Casagrande, thanks to that big run at the end of the half, now has 11 carries for 159 yards and a touchdown in the first half, which means, you know, he was still getting some good yards per carry in that first half. I guess he had, if I do quick math here, he had 76 yards on 10 carries before that big run to end things. And Presley Harper, the quarterback, also 5 carries for 35 yards. They moved the ball on the ground, but the Marauders are doing a good job against this quick, short passing attack of Pearce, really keeping it under wraps. Presley Harper in the first half, only 4 of 9 passing for 52 yards. He came into this game with a just over 65% completion percentage, and honestly, outside of a screen pass to Casagrande and a great catch by Blake Bates, on a fourth down play where against very tight coverage just went up and high pointed the ball and snagged one along the sideline. There has not been much action in the passing attack in the first half for Pearce. Whoops, sorry. Oh. There we go.
I look at the defense and what they're doing in the back end, particularly the secondary. We look at the safeties and corners. They're covering well. They're swarming to the football. That's a big piece. When you have a team like this that still relies on the short passes to kind of supplement for the run game, relies on the screen passes, you have to be able to recognize and get there quickly. And that's what I think is making a difference for the Marauders defensively. They had a bit of a letdown right there before the half, just as we were praising them about not giving up the points, the scoreboard not exploding like we thought it might. But, 14-7 now, it's a whole different game than it was
because
11 seconds earlier than that.
Pearce is going to have the ball to start the third quarter here as they won the toss and deferred. For Marcus, they have 243 yards of offense in that first half, right behind Pearce. Their attack has been more balanced. They've got 146 through the air and 97 on the ground. Colton Nussmeier, 12 of 20 in that first half for 143 yards and the one touchdown. That touchdown went to his tight end Jackson Morris, who has 2 catches for 18 yards. Rhett Garza had 4 grabs for 37 yards. Charlie Burgesson 2 for 38. And Cooper Campbell a couple of catches for 24 as he's been getting the ball to his wide receivers tonight. On the ground, Isaiah Kelly-Ikipi, he's been kind of kept under wraps, averaging right at 4 yards a carry, 13 carries for 52 yards and the 1 touchdown tonight. Nussmeier's been using his legs tonight too, especially on that final drive. 5 carries for 29 yards in that first half, and then Mason Jones with 3 for 11. It's been a nice balance on offense for the Marauders, who have moved the ball themselves. They did have to punt once on the second possession of the game, but they also had a possession that got down deep inside the 20 of Pearce and came up with nothing after a 26-yard field goal attempt, got hooked and hit the upright. And so both teams can go into this, can come out here in the second half saying, look, we have missed opportunities to either, in Pearce's case, be tied or have the lead, in Marauders' case, to maybe have a bigger lead.
Yeah, it could be 17-0, based on what you said. You missed the field goal. I think you have to look at the Pearce defense. They've been doing a really good job of getting pressure and getting quick early pressure, getting hands up, deflecting a few balls at the line of scrimmage. That's something we didn't see a lot of last week. Last week, the O-line really held up in pass coverage. They're doing a good, or pass pro rather. They're doing a good job in the run blocking, but now we got to sheer up that pass pro a little bit in the second half and get those linemen to get their hands down.
As the Pearce Mustangs coming onto the field, the Marcus Marauders about to follow them onto the field as we'll get ready to start things here in the second half. And here come the Marauders. The other thing I was struck by, and this tells you how much confidence that the Pearce coaching staff has in their offense, is that they went for it on fourth down all 3 times. They got down inside the 20 in that first half. Didn't try it, didn't even think about a field goal either time. Now, every fourth down in there was less than 5 yards, so it's an understandable play call, but still, every time.
Is it confidence in the offense, or is it lack of confidence in your kicking game?
Yeah, but you're talking about
we haven't seen them kick very well.
2 of the 3 field goals would have been from less than 30 yards out. The other one would have been about 36, 37 yards. Now, we talked about how their kicker is one of their starting offensive linemen.
That's
but
why I asked.
We did see them kick the extra point, and it was a solid kick. But again, you're talking about short. 2 of the 3 times they got stopped would have been short field goals.
Well, that's the Dan Campbell effect, right?
Yeah.
Dan Campbell would tell you the probability is go for it. There's teams out there that never punt in high school. We've seen that across the country. So,
and again, we're talking about all 3 times it was fourth and less than 5 yards.
All 3 times, and that's probably their identity.
Yep. So we are getting underway here to start the second half. The kick is deep. It's going to be caught at the 3-yard line and returned up past the 15, up near the 20, but brought down at about the 17-yard line. Great tackle that time. I believe that was Grayson Patrick. Nope, check that. That was 27, not 21. Jet Jonker on the tackle. 32? Sorry, I misread the number completely. I can't see. That was Jack Dunlap, the senior defensive back who made the stop.
And a heck of a tackle because he was shedding a block as he was making the tackle. So shedding a block is one thing, making a tackle a completely other event, and he was able to do both at the same time. Pretty impressive.
Here comes the Mustangs. They will start at their own 17 here on first down. Little quick pass, little wide receiver screen. The catch was made, but the defense collapsed quickly. It was caught out at the 21-yard line as the grab that time was made by number 2, Jet Hamby. 2nd and 6 now at the 21 as the tempo gets underway here. This Pearce Mustangs team, they go fast out of this spread offense. Low snap but corralled. Another quick throw to the near side, but too far out in front of the intended wide receiver. That time it was number 5, Trent Holly, that the quarterback Presley Harper was trying to get the ball to.
And again, that's another really long throw. You're on the left hash mark, and you're trying to throw all the way over here to the near sideline. That's about a 40-yard throw on a 10-yard out route. That is not easy, folks.
3rd and 6 now for the Mustangs at their own 21-yard line here in the opening possession of the 3rd quarter. Harper takes the snap. He fires one to the near side, and that pass is caught out past the 30, and it's a first down for Blake Bates, who was the most consistent receiver in that first half for the Mustangs. He makes the grab on the out route out to the 32-yard line. Gain of 11.
They felt it was open the play before, so they simply just ran it again and were able to get the first down.
This time a little wide receiver screen to Bates. He makes the grab out past the 35. Nice gain on first down that time. They're going to mark him down at the 39-yard line, a gain of 7.
And we've seen this before, right? They'll get into a groove, and as long as they're ahead of the chains, as you mentioned in the first quarter, as long as they're ahead of the chains, they'll move with this tempo, and they'll keep getting positive yards. It's when they get behind the chains that they really struggle offensively.
Good blocking that time on the wide receiver screen on the near side. This time Harper rolls to his left. He's going to fire one, and it's going to be caught out to midfield into Marauder territory at about the 44, as that time he found one of his slot receivers, number 8, Frank Johnson, the senior.
And not easy. As a right-handed quarterback, he's rolling to his left. He has to get those hips flipped around, get his shoulders square, and hit his man in stride. Does a good job of that.
All the way to the Marcus 45-yard line as they get into Marauder territory. Another play action. Here goes Harper rolling to his right. He's going to fire one deep down the field and a little bit too far, as once again he was trying to get that was number 2, Jet Hamby, that he was trying to get up the near side. The coverage was quite good up the near side. Not much room to fit that ball in, and it was just a little too tall.
No, and he had a man running on the post route as well, but again, it was the defender was right in the hip pocket, so really nowhere to go with that ball. Would have had to been a perfect throw and catch to complete that one.
2nd and 10 now. Harper dropping back again. This time he's going to fire over the middle, and the pass is caught right as the defender gets there. On defense, it was Jamison Mayfield, but not before the catch was made for the first down at the Marauder 35-yard line.
Just a little curl route in the middle of the big open zone. You can see they're spread out, right? So your defense has to spread out with you. You just sneak somebody in the middle to sit down in that open void and hit them right now.
And again, that was Frank Johnson.
Moving right down the field.
Just like they did most of the first half. Moving the ball well. 1st and 10 at the 35. Harper rolling again. This time he fires and he finds a man inside the 25 down to the 22, 21-yard line. That time he was able to find number 15, Austin Griggs, who is listed as the backup quarterback. But that time he was able to make a nice grab. And interesting that they have not run the ball once here. They are dropping Harper back, rolling him to one side or the other and trying to find him lanes to get the passing game going, and he is clicking.
One of the best ways to slow down that pass rush of the Marauders is to move that pocket.
Play action this time by Harper. He's going to fire one to the near side, and that pass is a little off target. He had Blake Bates on a little deep hook, little deep curl route, but the pass was too far to the inside instead of to the outside, and Bates could only get a fingertip on it.
Definitely a throw that he's going to want to back. One of the only throws where he didn't roll out. He was sitting in the pocket. Pressure was coming up his left side. He rushed it just a little bit, and if you asked him, he'd want that throw back because his man was open.
2nd and 10 now for the Mustangs at the Marauder 22. Harper dropping back again, fires over the middle, and that pass is almost intercepted. It was knocked away. Great coverage that time by Easton Mitchell once again. 3rd and 10, and the Mustangs are lining up quickly, getting that signal from the sideline.
Easton Mitchell has been such a difference maker on this defense the last few weeks, and he's doing it in the run game, he's doing it in the pass game there. Almost comes up with the interception. I thought he had it for just a minute.
He met the receiver and the ball right at the same time. 3rd and 10, trips to the far side of the field in this 4-wide set. Harper in the shotgun. He drops back, steps up in the pocket. He's going to fire to the near side, and that was a dangerous throw as he tried to go to the far side of the field late, and it was almost stepped in front of. The pass was a little bit off target as he was trying to get the ball, and I'm trying to see the number of who he was trying to get the ball to there, but I believe that was Jamison Mayfield on the coverage.
Talk about a long throw. He tried to roll right and throw all the way back left. Did Presley on that one, Presley Harper. And listen, if that's a good throw, that's intercepted.
Yeah, he was trying to hit Jet Hamby. Snap on 4th down, and they're going to run a little play action, little reverse flea flicker, and he's going to fire this to the end zone. He has a man. Here comes the coverage, and it is caught for the touchdown. A trick play on 4th and 10 succeeds for the Mustangs, and they are an extra point away from tying this up as he found Trent Holly. He throws all the way back across the field and finds Holly for a 22-yard score.
Perplexing because they had everybody covered. Holly ends up backpedaling himself to the back of the end zone. The defense doesn't follow him.
The extra point is up, and it's good. 9:09 to go in the 3rd quarter, and the Mustangs have tied it up. It's 14-all. This is Marcus football night.
Yeah, everybody. If you've had a dream ever in your life.
So the Pearce Mustangs capitalize the 4th time they've gotten inside the Marcus 25-yard line, and the 4th time they've faced a 4th down, and this time on the longest one of the game, they're able to come through as the quarterback Presley Harper finds Trent Holly on a reverse flea flicker that he threw the ball all the way back across the field and found him in the back of the end zone and got it just over the top of the defense for a 22-yard touchdown pass to tie this ball game at 14.
And Marcus really covered it well until they decided to forget about the one guy and let him just backpedal into the back of the end zone by himself. They had it all covered initially, and then just a late breakdown in the back end.
Yeah, and again, that was just a crazy play because it was all kinds of misdirection and motion, a little reverse, and then
there's a lot going on.
A reverse flea flicker?
There's a lot going on there.
On 4th and 10?
It worked. It worked.
And a timeout was called by Pearce because the play clock was running down. They were about to get a delay a game on the kickoff, so they had to call a timeout. That is just, I can't remember the time I saw a play like that on a 4th, especially a 4th and long.
I don't know that I've ever seen a play like that, period, a reverse flea flicker. That is some ingenuity.
But an 83-yard touchdown drive, and we're going to get stoppage again. I don't know why they're stopping that time. Maybe everybody wasn't set up official-wise. I'm not sure. But they blew it dead as the kick was happening.
Oh, they need to reset the...
Oh, the play clock needed to be reset, and it wasn't, so they stopped it. They're going to try this again. Again, kicking. Another 83-yard touchdown drive. This one was multiple plays instead of just one play, but it was all through the air that time. Not one running play that entire drive, which is interesting.
Well, they must have heard us up here talking about how we weren't that impressed with the passing game, and then they let it loose.
Joseph Ruby kicks it. It's caught at the 17-yard line, up past the 30, out to the 35. Good field position for the Marauders on this possession as it was caught by Grayson Patrick, number 21. short kick as Joseph Ruby, the guard, I guess, his leg only goes so far. But good field position for the Marauders. They actually mark him at the 36. That's a 19-yard return. Tie ball game here as the Pearce Mustangs have scored on the last possession of the first half on an 83-yard touchdown run, and then the first possession of the second half on an 83-yard drive. Handoff on first down. A lot of room for Isaiah Kelly-Ikipi. He's up past midfield and into Mustang territory at the 49-yard line. A 15-yard run for Kelly-Ikipi to get things started for the Marauders.
And certainly how they want to start now. They're going to come out with some tempo, which is a little unusual for them.
They got a bunch formation, trips wide receivers to the far side here on 1st and 10. Snap back, handoff, Kelly-Ikipi again, a big hole right over left guard. Gets another 10 yards of chunk change down to the 39 of Pearce, and the Marauders are on the move.
That left side of the offensive line is putting in work. Frank Adams and Jimmy Graham just opening up holes.
Snap back, Nussmeier drops, he throws one to the far side, pass is caught and out of bounds. That is Cooper Campbell with his third grab of the night. They knock him out of bounds at the 32-yard line, a gain of 7.
Another one of those long throws from the left hash all the way to the right sideline, but he puts it on the money, a frozen rope for the completion.
One thing we know about Colton Nussmeier is he has the arm talent for that kind of a throw.
He sure does. Proved it time and time again.
2nd and 3 now for the Marauders at the 32 of Pearce. They've got both the tight end and the H-back in the game. Direct snap to Kelly-Ikipi, and he'll get the first down on the run as they go a little wildcat action right there to move the sticks. He gets 5 yards down to the 28, and now we have an injury timeout as we have a player down for the Pearce Mustangs, and I'm trying to...
Number 21, I believe.
Get a number here in just a second. Yes, you're correct, Tim. That is number 21, Jeremiah Lyons, the safety. And we'll just keep it here for just a minute. Again, it's a warm night.
Looks like a cramp,
yeah.
and now you can see it's starting to...
It's a warm night here.
It's not warm in here. Our producer's
warm
freezing
night
next
down
to us.
there.
It is certainly warm down there. Let's see. We're still in, 86 now. We've dipped into the 80s finally.
It was warm at kickoff for sure.
We haven't seen as much cramping as we saw a couple of weeks ago.
Most definitely.
It was about, 96 at kickoff that night?
Yeah, it was a lot harder that night. 1st and 10 at the 28 now for the Marauders. Snap back, handoff, lots of room right up the gut inside the 20, down to the 16. That was Mason Jones on the handoff that time, as once again he busts it right over left guard, and they mark him down at the 17-yard line, a gain of 11, and now the Marauders are running tempo. Snap back, another handoff. Mason Jones, this time he bounces it over right guard, and they're going to bring him down after a gain of about 3 to the 14.
They've identified something on that left side, and they've been abusing it here on this drive. That time the cutback brings them right, but you wonder if they're just going to keep pounding that left side because they seem to have found a weakness there.
Kelly-Ikipi checks back in at tailback after a couple of nice runs by Mason Jones.
You like that change of pace. When Jones comes in, he puts a pounding on, and then Kelly-Ikipi comes in and is able to hit the home run oftentimes.
Huffman in motion, and now a bad snap is covered by Nussmeier. That was almost disastrous as Nussmeier just had to fall on that. That one went right through his hands. Looked like they had something set up on the right side as Huffman had gone in motion as the H-back. Looked like they were going to go, looked like the play was designed to go over right tackle.
It did. It looked like he was going to hand the ball off, but couldn't quite grip the ball, squirted out of there. Sometimes that ball can be slippery, Jacob.
Loss of 4 back to the 21 now. 2nd and 14 for the Marauders as they come out in a 4-wide set with 2 to each side. Nussmeier drops back, getting pressure, pocket collapsing. He makes 2 men miss. Now he takes off up the field, makes a move inside the 15, and gets whacked right around the 12-yard line. But a great job of Nussmeier, and he is down on the ground for a second. He took a big hit, and now he's being helped up. He's okay. It looked like it was just a bit of a shock play there for a second.
Yeah, he's got to walk that off,
Yep.
Jacob. That's you got to kind of let the cobwebs unwaggle there. He's going to come on out of this one. They're going to try a field goal.
And that was on third down? I thought it was, I must have missed a down. Oh, well, that was second down on the bad snap. That's my bad.
Yep.
But it sets up a 30-yard field goal now after the run. The kick is up. It's on the way, and this one is good. So the Mustangs take the lead back on the 30-yard field goal from Owen Gall, and they now lead 17-14 with 6:07 to go here in the third quarter. This is Marcus football night.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Orthopedic Associates, proud sponsors of Marcus High School football. Whether it's a game-winning touchdown or a fierce tackle, we're here to keep our athletes strong and in the game. From sports injuries to joint pain, our team of top orthopedic specialists is dedicated to providing the best care to keep you moving. Visit us at Orthopedic Associates, where your health is our victory.
So the Marcus offense answers the touchdown, the back-to-back touchdowns, I should say, from the Pearce Mustangs, and they get a 30-yard field goal from Owen Gall to take the lead back. It's now 17-14 Marcus, 6:07 to go in the third. But the Marcus defense has got some things to figure out here. Kickoff by Gall is a nice high deep one. This one's going to go into the end zone for a touchback, and the Mustangs will take over at their own 25-yard line. That was a nice answer by the Marauders after the Mustangs took advantage of the back-to-back possessions that they got in this ball game to tie the game up.
Yeah, and if not for the mishandled snap, high snap a little bit, we don't know where that drive could have ended. Certainly Marcus was going down the field, and everything was positive to that point. So now the defense has to come out. You got to put a sting, right? You got to slow down whatever they had found, Pearce had found before the weakness.
And they came out, just quick tempo like they normally do, but a bunch of quick throws, both out to the flat and over the middle, and they just worked it down the field. Presley Harper looked as good as he's looked all night on that last drive. Snap back on first down. They swing it out to the near side for a little bubble, little wide receiver screen, and it gets out to the 30 for a gain of 5 to Blake Bates.
And that's all this passing game is designed to do, get you 4 to 5 yards. It's kind of like a running game. These screens are an extension of the run. But you do this enough, the defense is going to wear out, the defense is going to get tired, and that's what we're kind of seeing here is the second half. Not too different from what we saw last week in the second half from Marcus.
2nd and 5, another screen to the other side, and this time the Marauders are all over it. As getting in there that time to make the stick was number 20, Brady Moore, who has made a number of plays on defense tonight.
Brady Moore is a guy that you count on to diagnose and make plays, and that's what he does there. He's unblocked. Receivers, remember, receiver screens need receiver blocking to work. Nobody blocked on that one. Moore with the big hit. Great play recognition early.
Loss of a yard, 3rd and 6 at the 29 for the Mustangs as they're in the pistol formation this time with in the backfield. That is not Casagrande. I'm not seeing the number. Snap back, rolling to his left. Pass is going to be incomplete, knocked away. A great job on defense that time by number 31, Caleb Livingston, the linebacker, as he knocked the pass away from the intended wide receiver. I believe that was number 8, Frank Johnson, who he knocked the pass away from.
And just a dangerous throw in the middle with 2 defenders bracketed there.
Yeah, Presley Harper again tried to fit one into a tight window.
He sure did, and he almost paid the price for that. Now, Marcus does what they want. They come down, get the field goal, get the big stop, and now you're going to get your offense back on the field, take control back of this game.
First time tonight the punt team is on for Pearce. And this is a high, short punt. Fair catch call is made. And that should be a flag because that looked like a halo violation to me, but no flag came out. Luckily, Austin Allen made a clean catch at his own 40, and that's where Marcus will take over.
And some of that punt return catching has been a little iffy. We've seen some issues with that, so glad to see a clean catch there, not letting it bounce, going over the head, getting bad field position. And I believe that you are correct. I think the halo is broken there, but no call.
31-yard punt. I'm sorry I didn't get the number of who the punter was for Pearce, as he was kind of standing sideways to me. 1st and 10, split back out of the shotgun. They're going to hand it to Kelly Akipi. He can bust it out on the far side, out past the 45 to the 48, maybe the 49. Just basically, that was just a sweep out of that split back shotgun set, and they get a gain of 9 to the 49-yard line.
And I think because they've been running the ball so effectively, you see here Pearce on that particular play, they went away from what we've seen most of the night, which is the 2 deep safeties. They brought the other safety down, going to 1 safety deep. When they do that, look for Marcus to take a shot downfield.
2nd and a yard, almost at midfield. Marcus at their own 49-yard line. 2 receivers to the near side. They've got both Morris and Huffman in the game in a 2 tight end setup. They're both on the right side. Snap back, play action. Nussmeier dropping back. Here comes pressure. He steps up away from it, and he's going to get dropped. This time, they get the sack as bringing down Nussmeier by his feet. That was number 84, Caleb Lazar, as Nussmeier stepped up away from the pressure, but Lazar was able, as he was on the ground, diving at the ground, get the foot of Nussmeier and trip him up for a loss of 4.
Well, you had 6 guys coming.
Yeah.
You had 5 guys in coverage, 5 covering 4, and 6 guys coming. You had more than they could block. He tries to Nussmeier get out of the pocket, but just not able to.
3rd and 5 now at the 45-yard line for the Marauders. Nussmeier drops back. He's going to fire over the middle, and that pass is caught for a 1st down as Garza makes the grab just across midfield for a yard past the marker. Needed 5, got 6.
That is such a great play, Jacob. The receiver knows where he has to get, and conversely, Nussmeier knows I'm going to hit my back foot. When I hit my back foot, the ball's got to come out, and it's got to come out right to a spot.
Yep.
Both players have to be on the same page. Communication key in that element to get that 1st down.
So the Marauders move the chains into Pearce territory at the 49-yard line. 2 wide receivers to the far side here on 1st down. Kelly Akipi in the backfield. Huffman in motion to the strong side of the formation. They hand it to Kelly Akipi. He makes a man miss, gets inside the 45, down to the 44, a gain of 5.
So last drive, they concentrated on the left side. Here on this drive, the first couple of runs go off the right side. So they're kind of playing with them, with Pearce right now, knowing they can run either side, outside, inside. It's all been working for them in the run game, which is why you're seeing this box getting a little bit more loaded as we near the end of this 3rd quarter.
2nd and 5 now for the Marauders. Handoff up the middle, room to run. Inside the 40, inside the 35. That is Mason Jones once again, who's been very effective tonight. You know, carries here and there in relief of Isaiah Kelly Akipi. He gets that one down to the 33-yard line. That's a gain of 11.
Yeah, the Marauders have found themselves a little thunder and lightning combination here tonight. It's been fun to watch. You beat up, and then you come in with the lightning with Kelly Akipi. And it's been a nice change of pace. Both backs doing a very good job on the ground tonight, eating up those yards.
Just over 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10 at the 33 for the Marauders as they're driving once again. Hand off to Jones. He's got no more room up the middle. Runs right through a tackler. He does get taken down by that man that he ran over, but he gets 11 more yards down to the 22-yard line.
What a great kickout block by number 44, Gavin Huffman, the tight end. And these tight ends
Yep.
have been really just so important in the run game, right? Without them, I don't think this run game is going to work the way it is. The O-line is doing a good job, but the extra element of these tight ends, these 2-3 tight end packages, really giving Pearce fits.
1st and 10 now for the Marauders. The Pearce 22. Snap back, they swing it to the near side. Pass is caught inside the 20, down to the 15, to the 10. Burgesson finally gets taken out of bounds. A great job on the wide receiver screen. The blocking was fantastic. Burgesson tiptoes the sideline for a gain of 13. 1st and goal at the 9.
Gavin Huffman and Rhett Garza are the 2 players downfield making blocks. And Garza took his guy about 15 yards deep into the backfield. What a great, again, screens, you got to have receivers blocking. That's what they had.
And we had an injury time out there real quick, as getting up slowly off the ground that time was Elijah Carney, who had checked in at right tackle on that play. He was down on the ground for a minute and got up slowly, and he has already started to come off under his own power, but with a little bit of a limp as the trainers are talking to him. So momentary stoppage of play for the injured player, and now both teams are starting to come back on the field.
Certainly we'll hope he'll be okay. He
Yep.
looks like he's fine, maybe just stubbed the toe.
Elijah Carney, the junior, he's the backup to Rhett Harmon at right tackle. Was in on that last play. Again with the 2 tight end formation. This time they're going empty. 3 wide receivers and 2 tight ends. Snap back. It's a wildcat play, but this time the Pearce Mustangs were all over that one, as big number 99 that time, Edward Diaz, the junior defensive lineman, ate that one up as Isaiah Kelly-Ikipi got stopped after a gain of 1.
Diaz just stood there. Kelly-Ikipi must have looked like a snack to him because he just stood in the middle and he wasn't letting him go anywhere. Kelly-Ikipi does the right thing and just kind of lays down. You don't want to run into that big fella too fast.
2nd and goal now, just outside the 7-yard line. Snap back. Nussmeier rolling to his left. He's going to step up, and he's going to step out of bounds after a gain of about maybe 4 yards. They're going to see where they mark him out. They're going to mark him out at the 4-yard line, so officially that'll be a 3-yard gain.
Oh, Jacob, he didn't see it. Blake Butler, the big tight end, number 83, who was huge a week ago, was trailing across the back of the end zone. A man about 1.5 yards behind him. He was open for the touchdown, but he didn't see him because he was rolling that way. He had receivers in front of him, a lot of traffic. Easy for us to see it up here.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Gain of, we'll call it 3 yards, down to the 4, 3rd and goal for the Marauders. Snap back to Nussmeier. He gets pressured immediately on the blitz, gets away from it, fires, and the pass is caught for the touchdown. A great throw against the grain as Charlie Burgesson makes the grab in the end zone, and the Marauders have a 2-score lead.
And that's all Colton Nussmeier. You get the early pressure off the edge on the left-hand side. He's just going to tiptoe away from him. A little twinkle toe, tiptoe away, look downfield, see the open receiver, number 1 wide open.
Charlie Burgesson.
Charlie Burgesson, what a throw. I mean, just a little touch, too. He didn't throw it hard. He just gave it to him.
Owen Gall on for the extra point. The kick is up, and it's good. 26 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. The Mustangs now trail the Marauders by 10. It is 24-14 Marcus. This is Marcus Football Night. The Marauders take that possession 60 yards, and it ends in a touchdown from 4 yards out. A 4-yard touchdown pass from Colton Nussmeier to Charlie Burgesson. And the Marauders now have a 2-score lead. It is now 24-14 Marcus. 26 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. High, deep kick from Owen Gall. This one's going to go bounce into the end zone for the touchback. And the Mustangs will start at their own 25-yard line on this next possession. 2nd touchdown pass of the ball game for Colton Nussmeier. He hit Jackson Morris in the 1st half. Finds Charlie Burgesson here.
It's been an exciting 3rd quarter. Both teams have come out. We've just seen offense up and down the field. 2 touchdowns and a field goal so far. 26 seconds left. Who knows what we'll see? We saw a touchdown with 11 seconds left in the second, so don't go away, folks. This is not the time to get a snack.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Tight formation here on 1st down, and they finally hand it off for the first time in the 2nd half, and it's a great run out past the 35, out past the 40, up to the 45-yard line. A gain of 25 yards as they run that little end around, almost like a reverse out of that tight formation, and they give it to the receiver, number 5, Trent Holly, who they do use in the run game. That's his 2nd or 3rd carry of the night, his 3rd carry of the ball game. And that is good. They're going to let the clock run out. They mark him down at the 44, so it's a gain of 19. Again, that little misdirection play in the run game pays off. And we are going to go to quarter number 4. The Marauders lead the Pearce Mustangs by a score of 24-14 as we go to quarter number 4 from here at Marcus High School. This is Marcus Football Night.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Orthopedic Associates, proud sponsors of Marcus High School football. Whether it's a game-winning touchdown or a fierce tackle, we're here to keep our athletes strong and in the game. From sports injuries to joint pain, our team of top orthopedic specialists is dedicated to providing the best care to keep you moving. Visit us at Orthopedic Associates, where your health is our victory.
Jacob Dedamore and Tim Smith here with you at Marauder Stadium in Flower Mound on the campus of Marcus High School as we go to quarter number 4 with the Marauders leading the Mustangs 24-14. Pearce has the ball, first and 10 at their own 44. In a pistol formation is Presley Harper with his backup running back Marcus Bohr behind him. Snap back. Harper drops back, fires one over the middle, finds a man wide open on a little delayed seam route and down into Marcus territory at the 38-yard line. That'll be a gain of 18 yards as he finds Frank Johnson, his big senior slot receiver.
They're just picking and choosing little spots here and there, just picking apart this defense. And we just talked about Golis in the break a little bit. He had the one big tackle earlier in the game, but he's not really been effective with all this misdirection.
Harper drops back again, fires one to the near side. It's caught on a little hitch route inside the 30, making men miss, and now brought down at the 27. 11 more yards. That was Jet Hamby, number 2, making all kinds of moves and making guys miss on the near side.
Well, I just brought up Golis a few seconds ago, number 15, the stud middle linebacker, but he put a move on him and just kind of did a little jump cut to the back, and Golis goes flying past into the sidelines. Self-preservation there because Golis can hit you into next week.
Snap back. Harper drops. He fires one deep, and it's off the hands of his wide receiver that time. He was trying to hit Frank Johnson again, and that just went right through his hands. Here's something I just noticed, Tim. I think the reason they've gone to this passing game, I have not seen Andrew Casagrande on the field in this second half, unless it was on that first possession of the third quarter. He has not been out there on this offense.
I don't think I've seen him since his touchdown run.
For Pearce, so there may have been an injury on that long touchdown run to Casagrande. Harper has had his pass deflected that time as coming in to get his hands on the ball, as that was number 33, Will Harrison, who came in and got his hands up and knocked it down. It's now 3rd and 10 at the 28.
Yeah, they're doing a good job, is Marcus, and they do that. When you get inside this 35-yard line, around this 30-yard line area, they start to really clamp down on you.
But what we've seen now, without Casagrande out there, that explains why they've gone to almost exclusively this quick, outside of a couple of end arounds, this quick passing attack. 3rd and 10, snap back. Harper gets a full-on blitz. Pass is caught, but the tackle is made as the Marcus Marauder defense was all over it, and that, again, was number 20 for the Marauders, Brady Moore, who was right there to make the tackle, only a gain of a yard as they tried to go against the blitz there and catch him off guard, but Brady Moore was all over it. 4th and 9 now at the 27.
Defense is about layers. If you're going to get past the first layer, which is that defensive line, then your linebacker secondary is the second layer that has to play well, and they are certainly doing that.
Low snap to Harper. Ball's on the ground, and he gets away. Now he's running. He's making a move. He's trying to get to the first down marker, but he's going to get wrapped up. I tell you what, I got to give Presley Harper credit because that low snap, he couldn't corral it, and he did everything he could to try and make something out of nothing. As the pressure came in, he got away from it, but the Marcus defense was there to wrap him up and stop it for yet another 4th down stop.
Well, this is going to sound odd, but just about the time that you figured out that Casagrande hadn't been in the game, I think that Marcus figured that out as well,
and they
because
started
the
coming with the
defense
blitzes.
Clamped them down.
Well, yeah.
And that passing game came to a screeching halt on that drive.
I think they may have noticed the same thing. First and 10 for the Marauders at their own 24. It was as they were stopped on the first down. Isaiah Kelly-Ikipi gets hit in the backfield that time and gets taken down to the ground. In on the hit that time was the defensive end, Will Miltonberger, the junior, as he dropped Isaiah Kelly-Ikipi for a loss of a yard.
One of the few negative plays that we've seen out of this run game here tonight. They've done a great job, has the offensive line of Marcus, to push that line of scrimmage, especially in the second half. We've just seen gash runs all half.
2nd and 11 now as they go with Isaiah Kelly-Ikipi off to the right side of Nussmeier. They hand it to Isaiah again. He cuts up the middle and finds a little bit of room out to about the 28-yard line. That'll be a gain of 5 and set up a 3rd and 6.
Well, you like that after the loss. You like to get those 5, get about 5-6 yards and get you a manageable 3rd down. You don't want to throw the ball around. You want to continue to run the ball and run this clock out. 24-14 is not a comfortable lead at this point with what Pearce is capable of.
Just under 9 minutes to go here in the ball game. And yeah, I mean, right now that you want to drive down, if you can get a score, you might be able to put this thing away, but you also want to take time off the clock as you do it.
100%.
3rd and 6. Huffman in motion to the far side. Snap back, Nussmeier steps up away from pressure, and he's looking. Now he's going to cut it upfield and get the first down and slide down. As he scrambled, he could have taken off immediately, but he was still waiting to see if somebody came open, and then finally tucked it and went and got the yardage he needed.
That time he had 2 options. He had 2 deeper route receivers, and then he had the tight end 44 on that lead blocking screen. He could have gone either way. He did the right thing because both plays were covered up, and he was patient enough to allow that to form so he could get downfield and get the easy first down.
Ends up getting 10 yards on the run, 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun snap back, handoff up the middle. Room is it bouncing it to the near side, out to midfield and into Pearce territory. That's Mason Jones yet again. That time went up the middle and bounced it out to the near side over the right tackle and got great yardage down to the 48-yard line, a gain of 11.
Yeah, Pearce got the early penetration. Pearce got the early penetration, but he's able to see that and cut away from it and hit the hole and be able to get those positive yards and get a first down. That's great vision.
Yeah, 14 more yards for Mason Jones, who's had a very effective night teaming up with Isaiah Kelly-Ikipi. Hand off to Jones again. He's got room up the middle inside the 40, 35, still on his feet, and finally brought down at the 34-yard line, a gain of 14 more for Mason Jones, who is really creeping up the rushing charts tonight. Isaiah Kelly-Ikipi unofficially 95 yards coming into this drive. Those 2 carries by Mason Jones has him up around 75.
And Mason Jones is punishing people at the end of these runs. He is just running people over. There has not been a run yet where he hasn't run somebody over to complete the end of the play. Very impressive night by Mason Jones.
Marauders on the move at the Pearce 34-yard line with 7 minutes to go. 1st and 10. They go empty this time. Snap back. Isaiah Kelly-Ikipi with the shotgun play, and he's still on his feet, breaking tackles. He's inside the 20 and finally get brought down. What a run by Isaiah Kelly-Ikipi. Looked like he was going to get stopped up for short yardage out of the Wildcat. Just kept the feet going, broke tackles, and got all the way down to the 17-yard line. Make it the 16. That's a gain of 18 yards.
Well, you get the sense in the running back room there's a wager to see who's going to get more yards. Anything you can do, I can do better. And they're just feeding off each other. A lot of fun to watch from up here.
If my numbers are correct, that run puts Isaiah Kelly-Ikipi well over 100 yards on the ground tonight. 1st and 10 for the Marauders as they look to try and put this game away. 1st and 10 at the 16. Wildcat again with Kelly-Ikipi. Right up the gut, inside the 15, running through to arm tackles and dragging Pearce defenders, and they finally bring him down at the 7-yard line. 9 more yards for Isaiah.
They feel so good about the run game that they've taken the quarterback completely out of the equation, told him to go play receiver.
Go set up at wide receiver.
We're just going to snap right to our running back and let him run downhill.
Man, give credit to this big all-junior offensive line as they have just been driving guys off the ball here in this second half.
Yeah, it's the first night we've seen this lineup, and this lineup might be the lineup that stays.
Nussmeier this time is under center here on 2nd and a yard. Hand off to Kelly Ikipi. He bounces it off, breaks a tackle inside the 5 and into the end zone for a Marcus Marauder touchdown. Isaiah Kelly Ikipi finishes off the drive with a 7-yard touchdown, and an extra point will make this a 3-score game and might put it away for the Marauders.
Boom, 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 rumble, young man, rumble. Boy, that O-line was like a herd moving the defense into the end zone. Kelly Ikipi, no problem. What a night.
Snap is down, the kick is up, and the extra point is good. It's now a 17-point Marcus Marauder lead, 31-14 with 5:26 to go. This is Marcus Football Night.
Are you ready to score big in the game of home ownership? Southern Collective Realty is here to get you into the end zone of your dream home. Hi, I'm Amy Turner, and I'm the broker and owner of Southern Collective Realty. I've been a Marcus mom for the last 6 amazing years and a great supporter of the Marauders.
I'm Sarah Grant, and I'm proud to be a Marauder mom and aunt. Together we bring in over 20 years of experience in Flower Mound and surrounding areas. Southern Collective Realty, where every home purchase is a victory.
Ready to kick off your search? Give us a call today.
We are back. Jacob Dedamore, Tim Smith here with you from Marauder Stadium as the Marauders, after getting another 4th down stop, take it all the way down the field and punch it in. A 76-yard touchdown drive. This kickoff is high. Fair catch signal being made. It's caught at the 2, and it'll be a touchback and move it out to the 25-yard line. The Marauders move the ball 76 yards after the 4th down stop, and they punch it in. Nearly all of that was on the ground. In fact, was it all on the ground? Was there a pass play in that?
I don't know.
I
no
think
pass
that was
plays.
all
It
on the
was
ground
Jones,
that time.
Kelly Ikipi, and then the last 4 plays.
You had
or
a
so
run
was
by
Wildcat.
Nussmeier on a scramble.
And Nussmeier took off.
So
on
they
a
did
run.
have a pass play, but Nussmeier ended up scrambling.
That's true.
Yeah, so all on the ground that drive. They go 76 yards, a 7-yard touchdown by Isaiah Kelly Ikipi, his 2nd of the night. And the Marauders now have a 17-point lead with just under 5.5 minutes to go.
Big hill to climb without Casagrande on the field.
Yep, snap back and deep throw down the middle of the field, and that's going to go over everybody. The coverage was right there as for Marcus. You had, I believe that was Umi Izioki on coverage on the wide receiver for Pearce, that was number 1, Blake Bates, on the deep shot. And we did have a man down for Marcus, as coming off the field is Jamison Mayfield.
That was scary. Jamison Mayfield looked like somebody had taken him out with a BB gun from the stands as he's running. He just falls out flat on his face and looks like a cramp that had just caught him in mid-run. That's got to be painful.
Great coverage, though, by Umi Izioki. This pass over the middle, caught at the 45, move out to the near side in open space. And the ball's on the turf, but falls out. Boy, I thought that ball came out for a second. But it's a tackle at the 45-yard line. Trent Holly with a nice catch and run that time for the Pearce Mustangs. That's a 30-yard catch and run.
They're just giving up too much room on the slot receiver there from the safety. You're giving up about 12 yards. He catches the ball and has no one around him.
Presley Harper rolls to his right on 1st down out of the shotgun. He's looking downfield and fires one finally, and it's almost intercepted. That was a dangerous throw. Nobody was really open, and he tried to fit one in anyway, and he's lucky that wasn't intercepted.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be sacked in the back. We had a missed tackle there in the backfield. He does a good job of evading there, but you throwing into traffic. It's just been a mess without their star player.
Yeah, without Andrew Casagrande, the running back who had such a great first half, you know, and especially that 83-yard touchdown run, they've had to change. They've had to go almost exclusively to the passing attack. We did have a penalty on Marcus. I did not see what the call was, but it was either a pass interference or a personal foul call of some kind, because they moved that 15 yards to the Marcus 30, 1st and 10. Well, sorry about that. Missed that one.
These refs move fast.
Snap back to Harper. He fires one out to the near side, caught inside the 20 and down to about the 16. That was Jet Hamby on the hitch route, and he gets another they mark him down at the 17 for a 13-yard gain.
Well, Pearce is not done, apparently. No, they are fighting.
Yep. They're down 3 scores here. So they've got a lot of work to do. Harper with the catch. Pass is tipped and falls harmlessly to the turf. Deflected at the line of scrimmage, as I think that was number 34, Cole Schott, that got his hands up.
Well, if you can't get to the quarterback, you put your arms up. That's what you're trained as a defensive lineman. And both teams have done that here tonight, done a pretty good job. We've seen several batted passes at the line of scrimmage.
Again, Harper in the shotgun. He's looking downfield, fires to the near side. It's off the hands of his running back. That is number 30, Marcus Bohr, the junior. He's the backup running back on this team. That was just a little swing pass out into the flat, and it went off his hands. Incomplete, 3rd down and 10.
Almost intercepted off the tip. Dangerous drop out there in the flat.
We certainly do hope that Andrew Casagrande is okay, whatever is wrong with him, but it's clear that something happened to him maybe on that long touchdown run to end the half, because we have not seen him on the field in this entire second half.
I have not seen him, and it's changed their offense.
3rd and 10 now, snap back to Harper. He fires one out in the flat to Bohr, makes the grab and gets tackled inside the 15. As making the nice little ankle tackle that time was number 21, Grayson Patrick. Sets up a 4th and about 5 now for the Mustangs at the 13-yard line.
Heck of a job to get that ball out. The pressure was in his face immediately, and Harper able to get that ball out for completion.
Make that the 12-yard line, 4th and 5, and a timeout now called by the Marauder defense, as they want to get their defense set up here for this 4th down call. We'll take it with them. 4:13 to go. 31-14 Marcus. This is Marcus football night.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact Mike Bean for your personal price plan today.
.413 to go here in the ball game. Jacob Dedamore, Tim Smith here with you from Marauder Stadium in Flower Mound, as once again the Mustangs are facing a 4th down and 5 or less deep in Marcus territory, where they have not been very successful this evening. They've been stopped multiple times tonight. There have been 4 4th down stops by the Marauders, 3 of them inside their own 20. And they're facing another one here as the Mustangs come out on 4th and 5, down 31-14.
It's a good test for that red zone defense. It's going to be so important down the stretch of the regular season.
3 wide set out of the shotgun. Harper takes the snap. He fires one towards the end zone, and that pass is well over everybody, but the flags are going to come out because Umi Ezekioki, I tell you what, I don't think that pass was catchable, but that was a veteran move by the wide receiver. Bradley Umi Ezekioki was running step for step with Blake Bates, and when Bates saw how high that pass was, he slowed up, and Umi Ezekioki ran right into his back, and the flags came flying.
I mean, by the letter of the law, it was pass interference. My only question was what took so long to throw the flag. It could have been uncatchable, but that contact in the end zone, you're going to get that. You're right, veteran move by the receiver to draw that flag.
And that flag was in the end zone, so it sets it up 1st and goal at the 3 for the Mustangs. Snap back. They hand the ball off inside the 5 down to the 1, and that's going to be about it, as once again they use that little misdirection end around to the wide receiver, number 5, Trent Holly. Without Casagrande in there, he's been the only guy that's carried the ball on the ground in the second half.
And that was Golis that came up to make that big tackle. We haven't been able to call his name a whole bunch tonight, but he comes up and makes sure
that's mainly because
that you're not getting in the end zone.
They've
been running away from him.
Yeah. 2nd down, quarterback sneak attempted. The pile moves forward. Does he get in? Harper, no signal yet. And yes, it is a touchdown. Presley Harper is able to sneak it across the goal line for a 1-yard touchdown run, and that will bring Pearce back to within 11. We'll see what they do here. They're going to go ahead and go for 2 to try and make this a 10. I don't know if I agree with going for 2 here. I mean, you need 2 scores regardless. Why not just kick the extra point and be down 10?
Well, again, they've gone for all 4th downs. They did make the 1 extra point that they tried, or the 2 that they tried rather, but maybe they're just trying to get some extra points, work on some 2-point conversions.
The math on this one doesn't make sense, but they're going to go for 2 here, down 11. Snap back. It's going to be a little fake. Throw into the end zone, and the pass sails out of bounds. The receiver fell down, but the pass was well out of bounds anyway. They faked a little play-action pass. I thought Presley was going to run it, and then he lobbed it for an incomplete pass. No good on the 2-point try. 3:42 to go, 31-20 Marcus. This is Marcus football night. So the Pearce Mustangs go 75 yards on that most recent touchdown drive. And the drive is capped off by a 1-yard quarterback sneak by the quarterback, Presley Harper.
A quarterback sneak by the quarterback.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Redundant. I get it. For some reason, Pearce decided to go for 2, and they did not get it. Now the onside kick is being expected, but the whistles blow. Not sure why.
And not too often you see the middle linebacker on the hands team, Jacob. Let's point that out.
Yeah, Brock Golwis is a special athlete.
Brock Golwis is on the hands team as a middle linebacker. That's impressive. We know he's one of the best athletes on the team, if not the best. His dad is right below us, by the way.
Just to be clear, the reason I didn't understand the going for 2 there is because an extra point brings you within 10. You're going to need 2 scores regardless.
I think it was
I don't know.
Let's work on this for when we need it later. That's my
True. Could have been it.
That's my thought.
That one pops up into the air, and I think it is recovered by Marcus. That was a great great onside kick that time.
Absolutely was. That you don't see too many onside kicks that come out that nicely.
That was number 33, Ethan Jamison.
We have an injury.
Who got a great second bounce, and Marcus was able to cover it. But there is a Marcus player down on the field as I'm trying to get a number, and it looks like a cramp. Yeah, it's a cramp they're trying to stretch out. That's number 18, Taylor Haslam, the starting cornerback who's in on the hands team. He looks like he's okay. He's coming off, just a little cramp. But the Marauders do cover it at their own 46 with 3:41 to go. Still need to get a couple of first downs to ice this thing away because the Pearce does have 2 timeouts that they can use on defense.
I mean, I'm sure for Marcus in a perfect world, they would just run this clock down to zeros.
Sure.
Unfortunately, we've seen last week when they tried to do that they scored.
We can get a couple, but a couple of first downs here should pretty much ice the game.
Absolutely.
As long as you can get Pearce to use their timeouts. First and 10 at the 46. Handoff up the middle. Not much room there, as that time in at tailback was Cade McKnight. He only gets about a yard to the 47, and there's that one of those last 2 timeouts used by Pearce. So they have 1 remaining.
What a night. This place is packed. It's homecoming.
Yep.
It's cooled off a little bit, Jacob. It's in the mid-80s. Perfect. No clouds in the sky.
Isaiah Kelly-Ikipi was checking back in at tailback as the timeout was called. 1 left for Pearce to use on defense. Now you're really in a position now where, like I said, if you can get a couple of first downs here, you'll be able to ice this game away. You know, you might be right about the 2-point conversion because, as we talked about in the pregame, this is the final non-district game for both of these squads before a bye week. So, you know, maybe you're right. Maybe, even though the math didn't make sense, you know, they just Pearce wanted to use an opportunity to work on a 2-point play.
And it wasn't a normal looking play.
True.
There was a big shift, a little bit of motion, a little bit of I'm going to run. Nope, now I'm going to throw this little jump pass over. So it's something to me that they were trying to work on, trying to practice that they're going to need a little bit later on.
Isaiah Kelly-Ikipi is back in the game at tailback, trips to the near side here on 2nd and 9. They hand it off to Isaiah. He bounces it to the near side, makes a man miss inside the 45 and down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 13 yards for Isaiah Kelly-Ikipi to move the chains, and they are one step closer now to being able to salt this game away and move into the bye week at 3-0.
And they've just made a shift, taking out one of their receivers, so they're going to bring in another tight end they use as their H-back, and that's going to be Gavin Huffman, number 44, who's had a big night tonight in this run game, opening up holes throughout the evening. Typically, he'll go in motion and shift and do all the things and be that lead blocker.
3 minutes and counting here in the ball game. 1st and 10. Hand off to Isaiah Kelly-Ikipi inside the 40. Going to get about 2 yards to the 38. And Pearce will go ahead and use their final timeout. Flag is down. I thought they were calling a timeout, but we have a flag down for something.
Well, I saw Bryce Camp's helmet come off, and I wonder if the flag is going to be
illegal hands to the face, maybe?
Yes, that would be my guess, because the helmet got ripped off.
Yep, that's what it is. It's a personal foul for hands to the face against Pearce. So that'll be added on to the end of the run. That'll move the ball down to the 23 and give the Marauders another 1st down.
And from a time perspective, that pretty much kills any idea of any miraculous comebacks.
Yeah, I mean, still one timeout for Pearce to use, but they're not going to be able to. I mean, they might be able to get the ball back now with a little bit of time left, but not much, and that's assuming they get a stop.
My guess
on this
is
series of downs.
If they get the ball back, it's going to be with Marcus having more points on the scoreboard. That's my prediction. If they get the ball back, it's because Marcus has scored again.
Yep. 1st and 10 at the 23 as they restart the clock now after that defensive penalty. Again, Marcus has a bye next week, and then they'll open up district play here at Marauder Stadium. Handoff up the middle. Mason Jones, who's been great tonight, inside the 20 down to near the 15. They'll mark him down at the 16, a gain of 7. The Marauders, after their bye week, will be back here at home in 2 weeks hosting the Louisville Fighting Farmers in the 5-6A district opener.
What a name, the Fighting Farmers. Now, I'm not from here. I imagine Louisville used to be quite the farm town.
It was,
I assume.
Yeah, Louisville is obviously the original school here in this. This is the Louisville ISD.
There you go.
So they are the original high school.
My, how it's grown out here.
And yes, 30, 40 years ago, it was a much more rural area. Hand off to Jones again on 2nd down. He finds more room up the gut, inside the 10, down to the 9, and that should pretty much do it. I don't think Pearce is going to use their timeout. 1st and goal at the 9. That should pretty much ice things. Mason Jones had a great night. Isaiah Kelly-Ikipi is well over 100 yards tonight. Mason Jones is going to end almost at 100 yards himself.
And you know what? If I'm Marcus, because they're not going to use the other timeout, Pearce, I'm not going to try to score. But you know what? If Pearce used the other timeout, I'm going to score, Jacob.
I'm interested to see it. Let's see what they do here. Let's see if they go victory formation. That is.
I think they would.
Yeah, that
out of
looks
respect.
like what they're doing.
It's very respectable on both sides. If, like I say, if Pearce uses the timeout, as a coach, I want to score on you now. You've caused the clock to stop. You got to pay.
Yeah,
you didn't use the timeout. No. You have to respect them.
Yep.
That's waving the white flag, saying, "Hey, we understand. It's over." That's a good sportsmanship on both sides.
One more deal down will do it, and the Marauders will move to 3-0 on the season as they came in tonight, executed their game plan well. Got key stops all night long from their defense on fourth down conversion attempts deep in their own end. And they are going to move into district play in 2 weeks, undefeated at 3-0. Nussmeier under center. Takes the snap, kneels down one more time, and that will do it. The Marcus Marauders come into tonight against a very high-powered offense from JJ Pearce. They're not only able to bend but don't break against that, for the most part, against that offense. But on homecoming night here at Marauder Stadium, they are able to get a win, give the Pearce Mustangs their first loss of the season, and move to 3-0. The Pearce Mustangs will also move into district play after a bye week in 2 weeks. And what you do hope, I think, for Pearce is we don't know what happened to Adam Casagrande, their very talented tailback. We hope he's okay, but we do know that he did not see the field in the second half. So we hope he's all right because he's a very talented player. But
that's the number 2 goals, to come out of this game without injury, right? Number 1 is win the game. Number 2 is come out injury-free. You hope that he is going to be okay for Pearce's sake, because he is obviously the motor that makes this engine go. And I'll tell you what, that's their biggest concern right now. It's not losing this game. It's what is going on with our star player.
The Marauders, the clock has hit 0. They win tonight by a final score of 31-20. And honestly, the star of this game to me, the Marcus defense for coming up with those 4th down stops that kept, until the final play of the first half, kept Pearce off the scoreboard. But in the second half, the Marcus Marauder offensive line and ground game really got untracked.
Yeah, look, defensively, I've got 2 guys that really stood out to me. Brady Moore was all over the field tonight. And then number 4, Easton Mitchell, the DB safety, making plays in the run game from the safety position. And then the offensive line, every single one of those guys deserve a game ball. They did an absolutely fantastic job. Even though Colton Nussmeier, we know he's a big star quarterback, 5 touchdowns a week ago. Tonight it was about that run game, and they controlled the clock. We learned a lot about Marcus in the last few weeks. They can throw the ball all over the yard, and they can power you. They've got tight ends that love to block, and you've got shifts and motions and different things that you have to deal with. They're going to be a problem as we move into this district play with this offense and all that they can do with inside of it.
Well, it should be outside of a couple of plays, it should be a very good, happy film session tomorrow from head coach Mike Alexander and his squad. As they get the win tonight, they stay undefeated, moving to 3-0 on the season as they end the non-district part of their schedule. And they, as we said, will have a bye week next week, and in 2 weeks back here at home to start district play, taking on the Fighting Farmers of Louisville High. That's going to wrap it up for us here tonight from Marauders Stadium. For Hunter Paris, our producer, for Tim Smith, my broadcast partner, my name is Jacob Dedamore. Your final score once again tonight, the Marcus Marauders defeat the Pearce Mustangs out of Richardson by a score of 31-20. We will see you back here at Marauder Stadium in 2 weeks when the Marauders host the Fighting Farmers of Louisville. This has been Marcus Football Night here on Champion Sports Radio and Tradio. We want everyone to have a great weekend, and we will see you back here in a couple of weeks for the start of district play. This has been Marcus Football Night.